And it is that time of the year once again. Hey guys, it's Kevin again. And as you know, there is a new season of Survivor rapidly approaching Survivor 49. It is starting up in just a couple days. And, you know, I've done this for the past 2 seasons, so I figured might as well continue it here. We'll be doing a cast assessment about this cast. Very excited for this one. I think this is a pretty big deal considering that, you know, this is like the last shot before we get to 50 and, you know, see all the return. Everyone's really excited for 50 and things like that. But this is really that one last chance that everyone has to get their spot onto 50. So I think it's going to be a really great season all around, hopefully better than how last season turned out, although we did end up having a good winner. I haven't talked about 48 in a YouTube video, and I haven't done a YouTube video in a while besides the Big Brother 27 cast assessment, but we'll talk about that at the end of this. But either way, I'm not alone. I do have some guests with me, although currently just one guest. We're waiting on the other one. Here she is. Haven't seen her in a long time, but very excited to have the return of someone that you might have seen on another potential podcast before that we don't talk about. But here she is, Jazzie Hart.
Hi!
Hello.
Yay!
Yes. Great to have you.
Great to be here.
Yes. But yeah, so Survivor 49, it's starting up very soon. I guess before we get into this cast overall, just general thoughts on how are you feeling about this upcoming season?
Well, I had tuned out of Survivor for a while because I don't know why. I just kind of got bored. And
that's
then
fair. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I tuned out for a while and then I kind of
the last season was not very good.
Yeah, I started watching. I have not completed it. But,
yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, it's not great. I was kind of like
the finale's pretty good.
Yeah, oh well, I'll have to watch the finale. Yeah. I've kind of got I think midway or something. I don't remember exactly where I got to, but I was like part of the way through the season.
Yeah, that middle half of that season is very rough. So
yeah, I'm not really that interested. So that season I didn't love, but I liked 45, 46, and 47 a lot. So I'm hoping 49 is a return to form similar to those seasons.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm with you on that. I'm hoping that it's very similar to like Survivor 43, where I'm not crazy about that season at all. And that might be an unpopular opinion. I know a lot of people like that season. I do not like that season. I think it has easily the worst new era winner out of all of them. And I just could not get into it. There were people I liked on that season, but there was just a lot that I didn't love that went down. So I'm hoping that this is kind of similar to that, where like 48 was kind of just like a stumble, but this picks things back up. And then if not, I mean, you know, we have 50 coming, so there's that at least. But I'm just hoping that, again, this is one of those seasons where, despite the fact we're all really excited for 50, we still get like one really last great like new era season where it's like, okay, 50 came, you know, 50's coming, but hey, 49 really just, you know, let things off with a bang and, you know, got us really excited to see how whoever's chosen for 50, which we might know who's chosen for 50, but we're not going to get into that. You know, how those people are going to do on 50 and hopefully see them here and things like that. So yeah, overall, I mean, I from what I've seen of this cast, I really do like it. I'm really excited to see how everyone does. But we're just going to go ahead and get started. We do have Mike Vaccaro Jr. joining us later on. We don't know where he is, but he'll be with us eventually. And then Jenn Ramb was supposed to join us, but had some stuff going on. She's got an infant, so she's got to take care of that. And, you know, we love her, but hopefully she'll be around some other time. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. I do have, as usual, the Entertainment Weekly articles. So we're going to start off with our first person. This is Alex Moore. Let me go ahead and, there we go. All right, so yeah, this is Alex Moore. He is, where are my notes? There we go. Okay, so he is 27 years old. He is from Evanston, Illinois, currently resides in Washington, D.C. I feel very bad for him as a result of that. Yeah.
That sucks. Sorry.
He's also a political comms director. Again, not a great time to be a political comms director.
Definitely not.
3 words to describe him are empathetic, resilient, and spontaneous. He wants to be on Survivor because because he was actually part of a Survivor club in high school, and he felt that this was the time for him to be selfish and try for himself. He talks about how since he is a communications director, he learned what information to share and what to withhold. He also talks about the fact that, he feels like, this helped him frame messaging in the way that benefits him most. And he feels like this is applicable to Survivor because it's identical to the world of politics. He identifies most with Yoquan since he played the game like a diplomat who was forced to make decisions rather than initiate them and never had anyone mad at him as a result. As usual, I have nothing to say about that because I don't know Survivor beyond 41. However, the next... he says he wants to play like Sam Phelan from 47 because of how multifaceted, sociable, and friendly he was with everyone. Was a big fan of Sam on 47, so always liked him that. He wants someone as an alliance partner that's in the know, a good listener, but also really good at sleuthing. This I threw in there because I thought it was funny. He loves eating sushi on Sundays. I don't know if that's going to be like a recurring thing on the
Sushi
season.
Sunday.
I look forward to sushi Sundays with Alex. That could be a potential segment on the show. Yes. He thinks he will. He thinks he will win because of the close individual connections he will form with everyone, but also how much positivity he will be maintaining when things get rough. And he's hoping to be everyone's go-to friend during rough times, which he thinks will help him easily win. I'm going to let you start off. What do you think of Alex overall?
I said he has a very positive energy. Like when I watched his interview video, I instantly felt very drawn to him. I think he's going to be a very strong player. And I think the Yule, I know you haven't seen season 13. I have.
I do plan to watch more because 50's coming, and I want to see how those people originated.
Yule was a very strategic. He kind of reminds me of Yule, even like the way he's very strategic and he words it in a way that it's diplomatic the way Yule did. So I think he actually made a great comparison to himself. The only thing that worries me was something that was not mentioned by you, but this was in the interview I watched. He's like, everyone who takes the margarita gets out or something. And he's like, at the auction, I want to take the margarita and break the curse. And I'm like, well, I hope that doesn't happen. I hope you don't have the curse and get voted out right after that, because I think you have a really good chance. He seems very sociable, and I think he could do very well in this game. But the curse, I'm very concerned about him. Please do not take the margarita. I know you like margaritas, Alex, but please let's not get ourselves kicked out of the game.
If there even is an auction this season.
If there is an auction, you never know.
Because I feel like they've been doing it every other season, so I anticipate there's probably not going to be one, but I mean, we'll see, because I think they did one in there would be one now, because they did one in 47, and they did one in 45, so this would actually be the time that they would be doing one, because they've been doing it every other season. I really like him a lot. I think he definitely has a mind for the game in terms of, you got to be the person that during when things get rough, you got to try to be that person to be really positive, really make people feel safe and comfortable with you, which is, helps a lot, because if people feel safe with you, they're going to feel safe to tell you stuff that they probably shouldn't tell you. And that's going to put you in a really good position. And I feel like that's going to be Alex in this game, where people are going to be like, I like Alex, so I'm going to come to him with this. And then suddenly that information's going to go elsewhere, and they're going to be like, what the hell happened? And it's going to be Alex who was responsible for that. So I could definitely see that being the case for him. He also talked about how, he's forced to make decisions, how his hand was forced and things like that. And I think that is a really good strategy to have, where it's like, oh no, I didn't do that. That was somebody else's doing that. That's not something that I was responsible for. Yes. If that is the case, if you do it intentionally and you're Vince on Big Brother 27, different show, but got to throw shade at Vince every opportunity you possibly can, because what the fuck. Overall, I think that Alex is definitely someone that I think has quite a bit of potential within the game. I definitely see him getting to merge at least. I don't know how far he's going to go beyond that, but I do think he's going to do really well. Like I said, I think we have especially seen in the recent seasons those that aren't like causing, making a lot of waves and things like that, they tend to go very far within these games, because usually, at least what we've been seeing happening the past few seasons, is like those big like power players, they're just like taking shots at each other, and those who are kind of like more quiet and in the background and reserved, but also have obtained a lot of information, they end up being the ones to get farther. And I feel like Alex is definitely going to be like a prime candidate for that. So I feel like he's going to do really well, and I have high hopes for him for sure.
I also do. I really enjoyed him, and I think he's going to do very well in this game.
Yeah. All right. So now we move on to someone that on the flip side, I don't know how well this person's going to do. We have Kimberly Davis, or maybe her name is Annie. I'm not sure.
She goes by Annie.
Okay, she does go by Annie. Okay.
I watched the video because
I did not. I read an Entertainment Weekly article, so you know more about this than me.
No, she goes by Annie.
Yeah. Okay.
Usually mixed in quotation marks. That's what they go by.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's like a rock star type situation.
Basically a rock star type situation.
Yeah, so she's 49. She's from Portland, Oregon. She currently resides in Austin, Texas. Her occupation is a musician. She is spontaneous. She's a risk taker and a wrecking ball. Not traits I would associate with people who do well on Survivor, but we'll get into that. She wants to play because she feels Survivor is a true game of life that sums up nearly every type of challenge in just 26 days. Relationships form, dissolve, and people get hurt mentally and physically while they all learn to make do with what they can build. I thought this was funny. She thinks the game of life is dumb, and she feels like Survivor is the true game of life. She says that as an entrepreneur and CEO, she had to learn how to separate business from emotion when making big decisions. In March of 2020, she had to lay off 28 of 30 employees who were also some of her closest friends. The company survived COVID and is alive to this day because of that decision, and that's kind of helped her prepare for Survivor. She identifies the most with Kenzie and Yam Yam because of how much they stayed positive, with Jam Jam because of how much they stayed positive during tough times. Something you're going to hear a lot from these players. I feel like this is a cast that wants to spread a lot of positivity, which is great, but not everybody can do that. So
exactly.
She values in an ally someone who is strong in areas that she is weak in, so that it becomes mutually beneficial to stick through to the end. I like that answer. She loves writing music and performing with her band called Trashy Annie that have toured 17 states and 2 countries in 2024. I can't wait for when Twitter finds this band and you just see like clips posted.
We'll see Trashy Annie clips all over the place.
Yeah. She talks about how she does not like dumb people. Good luck on Survivor if that's the case.
There's a lot of that, girl.
Yeah. She says this part I thought was interesting. She grew up on food stamps and welfare and put herself through college through a scholarship after teaching herself to play trumpet, which then led her to kind of start a startup company called Run Lab. She was also named Texas American Artist of the Year at the CMAs, and she says that she will win because she has never quit anything in her life and she doesn't intend to start now. I don't feel great about her. I really don't. Listen,
I don't either.
I appreciate the fact that she is somebody that I think is going to be this risk taker, and she's somebody that, I think she's going to be very outspoken. I think that, she talks about how she doesn't really quit anything. I could see her, maybe doing okay for a little bit, but the fact that she described herself as like this wrecking ball, this big personality, she has the vibe of someone who's going to flame out like very quickly, as early as like the first time her tribe goes to tribal. It's just like, Annie's rubbing me the wrong way. Annie's doing too much. Annie's, running around to people and telling them information. Like, I just don't see her doing all that well. The fact she says she doesn't do well with dumb people either, I think that's going to be a problem for her, because in a game like Survivor, those people should be like the people that are like, your allies, because they're not going to be as smart as you. And they're people who you can kind of use to give out information and, you can kind of, you can kind of use them as your puppets in the game, basically. And I feel like she's just going to discard them immediately because, they're annoying and I don't like them. And I feel like that's going to be like a really big issue for her moving forward. And then I like what she says about like what she wants an alliance partner. Like maybe she's not as strong in challenges and she aligns with someone that is good at challenges, but I just don't know if I see her lasting all that long. I think she's going to really struggle in this game. So, yeah, that's really all I have to say about Annie. Like I said, I can't wait for if she wins an immunity and you see like Twitter clips of, her band and things like that. And it's like, here's Annie's like victory music.
Victory song.
Yeah. There's going to be that one song that everyone finds.
Yes, absolutely.
Throughout the season. It's just inevitable. So I can't wait to see how that goes. And hopefully Trashy Annie doesn't have trashy music.
Jazzie, I felt like she either is going to be an early boot or she's going to be one of the people that's like, I don't know if you've seen these seasons, a Debbie or a Nora who get taken to the end as a goat.
I've heard of Debbie. I don't know Nora.
Okay. They kind of were like these kind of kooky, whimsical. She reminds me of them with her energy that she has. Yeah. That is who I kind of compared her to. I could see her being dragged farther in the game because, it's just Annie, she's a little out there, but, she's a good alliance member, so we got to keep her around and kind of get dragged to the end. Either she's going to be an early boot or she's going to get dragged to the end is my takeaway with her. I think she's going to be fun to watch, but we've seen this archetype many times, and they can get annoying after a while. So.
Yeah, it's like Sue on like 47. Or
something. Sue would be another person who I would say would be.
Yeah, and I mean, I think Sue had a pretty solid start, but she just kind of became somebody that people just didn't take seriously, and I could see that being the case with Annie. But again, the fact she sees herself as this wrecking ball of sorts, I think that's going to be a problem. So
that's what I think with her. I think she probably doesn't have much of a chance to win, but she could go very far and be used by a bigger alliance or a bigger picture. Like, Annie's like, there's no way Annie's going to win, so we can just kind of, drag her along. She's a loyal member. So. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could definitely see that too. So, yeah, I think that's all we have to say about Annie. I do want to note here, I didn't bring it up at the start, but her and Alex are both on the same tribe. That is the Keel tribe. So we'll talk more about that as we go on when we get to tribe dynamics. But those are two people to potentially watch out for. But we move on to our next person here. This is Jake Latimer. He is 36 years old. He resides in Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada, I believe. Currently resides in Alberta, Canada, and he is a correctional officer. 3 words to describe him are respectful, selfless, and loving. He wants to be on the show because of how much it has been a staple in his family, and he wants to set an example for how nice people can finish first. He moved to Australia at 18 years of age and having to figure it out on his own, which helped him adapt to his surroundings, which he thinks will prepare him for Survivor. Identifies with Joe from 48 with how much he put others before himself, and also are both in law enforcement, striving to make their families proud. Wants an alliance partner that has strong family ties and respect for others with a wholesome demeanor and strong core values. Jesus fucking Christ. He does like people who thinks they're better than others. He's heavily involved volunteering within the Special Olympics, and in his words, is a big soft teddy bear who cries during most movies. He says that he will win because of having his child born while he's on the show, having it also be the last season his dad will be able to see, which, that's of course very sad.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna let you start. What do you think?
Yeah. Okay. I said he seems like a nice guy that's grounded in family values, but can end up being a boring contestant. And when he compared himself to Joe, I'm like, that's exactly who I saw in his interview. Yeah. Either it's going to work for him or he'll end up being targeted because of how well Joe did last season. Like people will be like, oh, this is the Joe this season. We got to look out for him.
Yeah.
I could see that being like what will put a target on his back. He also seems like he's going to be very strong in the pre-merge as well. Like, with the challenges. So he probably would not go super early. I think it's probably going to be, he's probably going to be maybe a blind side once we get to merge, or even like right before merge.
Yeah, I mean, I'm of two minds about him. One, I think he's going to be very successful in the pre-merge, and I think he's going to be someone that, like, the show probably shows a lot. He's going to be very endearing to people and things like that. He's going to have a similar archetype to Joe. But also I probably am going to be able to not fucking stand him because the amount of times last season, and I know you haven't finished it, but the amount of times last season that we heard, oh, we're not playing to be cutthroat players. No, that's old Survivor. We're gonna have honesty and integrity, and that's going to carry us throughout this entire game. I truly cannot think of anything more fucking condescending than that. It was so annoying to watch all season long. Them say that, and if that's going to carry over into this season, it's going to be absolutely nauseating to watch. So I really hope that's not the case. I'm hoping that Jake comes in and like he's still a nice guy, but he's willing to actually like play the game and do like crazy shit. But if he comes in and he's just like, oh, those players that are, actually playing the game, we don't want them here. We just want people that are here to play for their families. We just want people that are here to have those core values and, respect each other as a team. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're playing Survivor.
We don't need you. Goodbye.
Yeah, I couldn't stand that all last season. And like I said, I don't know if it's going to carry on to this one. But the fact that we do have a lot of players that like have these overly like positive attitudes and things like that, I'm hoping that these are people that are positive but still want to actually like play the game and don't see it as like, oh, we're here to just we're here to just be a family. We're, if one of us wins, all of us win. Like I can't stand it. You're playing for money. Like, get out of here. You're playing an org. That's a different story. I don't have an issue with that. But like, if you're playing actual Survivor and you're playing for like life-changing money, like truly just do anything else. Like, it's just ridiculous to see people come on with that. So again, I have no idea if he is going to be like that. It's just coming off the heels of Survivor 48 and hearing that constantly. This does not instill a lot of confidence. This does not instill a lot of hope that he isn't going to be in a similar archetype to that. So that's kind of how I feel about Jake. I think he's going to do well. I think he is going to go far, but I think he's also going to annoy the fuck out of me. So that's kind of where I'm at with him. That's Jake. He's also on the same tribe as Annie and Alex. He could potentially be someone that Annie like tries to work with. Like, oh, Jake is really good at comps. I'm not good at comps. Let's try to come together. And that could either be a situation where like we get to see Jake be like, I'm going to be loyal to Annie, or he's going to cut her me. And if he does that, then it's like, okay, maybe he's shown that like he's willing to do stuff, but I don't know. Maybe I'm not giving him a fair shot, but that's how I feel about Jake.
No, I get it.
Let's go ahead and switch gears a bit and talk about Jason. He's 32 years old. He is from Anaheim, California, currently resides in Santa Ana, California. He is a law clerk. He is scrappy, family first, and a brainiac, and he wants to be a part of the show to test his limits physically, emotionally, and psychologically. He spent so much of his time of his life unprepared and unfettered to try new and challenging things. So he loves to bite off more than he can chew, and while it's scary, it's also exciting. Talks about he landed a job as a Google software engineer. He had no background or experience by self-studying during lunches and commutes, and that led him to eventually follow his dreams in the law. So he's learned to dream big and try bigger, and the rest is going to follow suit. And he identifies with Kenny from Gabon, again, someone I have nothing.
I've seen it, so I can give you I can see how he and Kenny are similar because Kenny was a very similar player.
Yeah.
He seems like a very sweet person, but like I think the show is going to be more than he can handle. I think he is going into the experience with a positive outlook, but maybe a lot more than he can handle. But if he pulls like a Kenny, the way Kenny, because you haven't seen it, Kenny kind of it was eating him alive at first in the game, and then he turned on and like really played hard. If Jason can do that, I think Jason could be a force to be reckoned with. But but just judging from the stuff he says in the interview, I really think that he is going to be an early boot. It's going to be one of those situations where he was not quite as prepared as he thought he was for Survivor.
Yeah, I mean, I like some of the things he says here. He does talk about how he's going to play the most like Rachel from 47. She was very controlled and subtle, but then kind of just like hitting the gas when he needs to. But the problem with that is I feel like Rachel is in a very like unique category where a lot of people are not able to do what Rachel did. Most of the time when you're left out of a vote early on, you just kind of continue to be at the bottom and you're not really able to get out of that hurdle. Rachel was able to do that, and that's why her win was so impressive.
Yes.
And I just don't know if he's going to be able to play a similar game. And I certainly don't think you should go into the game wanting to play that type of game, because it's going to be difficult to do something like that. I think Rachel was one of those wins where it's great to see how she won. I think that, she did play a really good game in the latter half, but let's not forget, in the first half of the game, she didn't have that control. She didn't have that kind of power. And, she was able to do that through different circumstances and through connecting with others in the merge. But is Jason going to get there? I think that's going to be an issue for him. I also want to talk about what he says with alliance partners. He says that he wants an alliance partner that has a different perspective, prioritizes the alliance, but he also wants someone that's willing to be honest when a move helps individually but hurts the alliance. So what that tells me is I feel like he's going to want to play for the alliance and not really play for himself. And that might be an issue of sorts, where it's he's not really willing to play an individualistic game, and as a result, he gets too close to people, and someone just ends up snowing him, and he just ends up getting out as a result of that. Someone else's manipulation. He also says he doesn't like people who are afraid to be wrong and don't own their mistakes, as he feels showing weakness is a sign of strength. So yeah, there's definitely things I like about him. I do think he definitely does have potential, but I do agree with you. I could definitely see him being somebody that he gets into the game and he's like, this isn't for me. This is too intense. I can't really do this. I thought this was going to be easier, but it's a lot harder. I just want to go home and play some video games. I could definitely
I can see it. I really can. And I hate to say it because it just he just keeps saying oh, I'm weak or something. He said something like that at the very end of his interview.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, if he uses that as a strategy where he will constantly go to people and be like, hey, I'm weak. I'm not someone who's very good at challenges. I'm not someone who likes manipulating people. I'm just a nice guy. I'm kind of just here to bond with others. I think that's a good strategy, but it's another if that's how you actually are. And oh my God, someone speaking of people who are not weak and are willing to be cutthroat, Mike Vaccaro has finally joined us. Or is it? Which is it? I'm not sure.
What do you mean? Speaking of being cutthroat, I just had my throat cut. What are you talking about?
In other games you've been.
Shout out to Primetime, great org.
Yeah, shout out to Primetime. Speaking of games I was cutthroat in, Primetime, play it. It's great. But all right.
1 second.
Oh, okay. I don't know what he's doing. Uh-oh. You never know what you're gonna get when it comes
You never know what you're gonna get with Mike.
I don't know what's about to happen. I'm not prepared here. I feel like I should just are we ready to go?
Why am I spotlighted? Hold up.
I didn't know what you were about to do. I thought you were about to do a bit.
My buff is all messed up here.
Oh no.
So I'm just trying to you spotlighted me. I was trying to just use that camera to fix it.
Oh, I get
the logo. It's the Sega buff. I tried to dress up for this.
While you're here, we're just gonna rapid fire. Why don't you just rapid fire the people we've talked about so far? So give me your thoughts on Alex real quick.
Oh God! Last time someone rapid fired, they accidentally leaked the boot list of their season.
Yeah, that's true.
Who's this?
Alex. Alex Moore.
Alex Moore is.
I don't know. They got potential. They got on the cast. They're in it to win it.
Okay. Let's see.
Annie Jackson, thank you.
Yes, Annie.
She's giving Rockstar from Big Brother. I like her.
Okay. I could definitely see that.
It's the hair.
It's the hair.
She's in it to win it. I can see it.
Okay, Randy Jackson.
You're
in it to win.
All right, Jake.
John here looks like they're in it to win it. No, they look like they could easily replace Jeff Probst if he ever decides to retire, which we all know he's not going to. This pose, this posture, everything about this, like it's giving like I'm gonna host this show.
He'll be on the
I'm gonna overrule Jeff Probst and I'm gonna take over Survivor. I'm the next host. Look at me.
He'll be on the next season of the On Fire podcast. That's what's going to happen here. He'll be.
You could get him for this one. I mean, Ramm reached out to you once. You could get him.
He'll be co-hosting alongside Jeff for 50. So definitely look forward to that.
And with what I just said, if you ever get this guy on your podcast, you could use my clip to preview.
That's true. I could. I mean, would not be the first time a random Survivor contestant has ended up in my comment section. Shout out to Rome.
I was going to say, you could have been responsible for the league boot list if you played your cards right.
I didn't look at it that way, but you might be onto something there. But that's
you should have had him on and just rapid fired him.
Just
one word answers.
And then finally, Jason.
He looks familiar. I can't put my finger on it. But I think I've seen him on. I think I've seen him on like a Survivor cast or something.
Yeah, it's almost like he's on the cast.
Favorite player is Kenny, which I know you love Kenny.
Who's Kenny?
From Gabon.
Oh, that underrated player. I will actually contribute to this. Ken Hoang
to play like Kenny.
Ken Hoang, Liquid Ken from Gabon. I took a liking to him because we both played Smash semi. Well, I played it semi competitively. Liquid Ken is known for playing Smash Bros. Competitively, like one of the big names of competitive Smash. So when I saw him on the cast of Gabon, when I watched Gabon, I was like, "Oh, this is good." And then he played phenomenally, and I think he's a very underrated player.
He is.
So
absolutely.
that gives me high hopes for Joseph here.
Yeah, he actually also is a gamer. He was saying that Kenny's a fellow gamer.
Well, we got a gamer that dominated Big Brother, so the pressure is on.
I did immediately think that, but
I was like, Mike's gonna like him.
Yeah, but that's everyone we talked about. So we're gonna start off with the next person here. This is Jawan Pitts. He is where is it? Okay, he's 28 years old. He is from Salem, New Jersey. All right, love a fellow New Jerseyan. Currently resides in Los Angeles though, so he's not in New Jersey forever. But he is a video editor, which we also love that. 3 words to describe you are friendly, fearless, and formless. He wants to be part of Survivor because he grew up watching it since he was a kid. It inspired him to dream big and open to learning about others. He moved to LA with only $4K and a cousin in 2021, which showed him he is more than capable of giving himself credit for which has prepared him for Survivor.
So sorry, I don't mean to talk over you. My question is, did he move in with the cousin or did the cousin move to LA with him?
That's a good question. I guess we'll find out.
He says 4K and with a cousin, but that's my question with that.
I don't know. It says he moved to LA with only 4K and a cousin. So I would imagine the cousin moved with him. But I don't know. I guess we'll find out on the show. But he identifies the most with Sean Rector, with how true to himself he was and a true man of faith. The only thing I know about Sean Rector is everyone said he should have been on 50 and he was not. So that's all I can contribute.
There's a lot of seasons and more than just 50 that Sean Rector should have been on. Second chances, game changers.
Yeah.
All-Stars, All-Stars 2, All-Stars 3, All-Stars 4, you name it. Sean Rector should have been on it.
From what I've heard with Sean Rector, he turned them down multiple times about coming back.
We need more old-school Survivor representation. I apologize for speaking over another person here.
No, it's okay.
No, it's very good.
But a representative from season 4 that's not Boston Rob, I would appreciate.
Definitely. All right.
I agree. I have not watched season 4. It's one of the few seasons I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Have heard wonderful things about Sean and what he's done for what he did in the game. Jawan definitely did not give me Sean vibes when I watched the video of him.
Yeah, he also talked about how he's gonna play Jesse Lopez because of how social and cunning he was. But also,
I don't think you should be trying to play from anybody from 43. Bad season.
I mean, Jesse was good. Jesse was a good player.
Jesse was a good player.
Bad season. Don't care.
Not the player he kind of reminds me of. I cannot think of the guy's name, unfortunately, but he was
Which guy?
Survivor Fiji.
Which one?
He was an early boot. but I can't think of his name.
I was hoping you were going to go for Earl.
No, unfortunately,
I think Dreams
no.
should have
I
won
love
for me
Earl.
personally.
Love Earl. Earl's a great winner.
Earl is a great winner. When I watched Fiji, I was kind of pulling for Dreams though. But I love that final three.
It was such an incredible final three, really.
Well, maybe this will win you over. He's also a gamer, so there's that.
Oh, there we go, another gamer.
Yes, and then he said he wants an alliance partner that's going to be predictable and creative, and someone that has his back and has fun while doing it. So there's that, and then he says that he's going to win Survivor because he's a perfect blend of book smart and street smart. He's a true student in the game, but he's not afraid to take risks and pursue his dreams. And then I found this part funny. He talks about how his hometown is next to a power plant, so he's basically a Simpsons character.
I thought that was funny too. He has a good
and if he plays, if this gamer can play his cards right, he can just go to that power plant and catch Zapdos.
I like him for the most part. I think he's gonna do well. I think that he definitely seems like somebody that knows what he's getting himself into. I do like his strategy of I'm a little bit strategic. I'm a little bit more on the physical side. Like it seems like he could definitely have different traits, different types of traits within him that I think could make him very multifaceted and get him fairly far in the game. So I like what I've seen from him so far.
Sounds like he's in it to win it.
I for some reason he's giving me an early boot vibe, and I cannot explain for the life of me why. He seems lovely. He doesn't seem to have a huge presence, and I don't know. I just have this feeling he's gonna go early,
maybe,
and I don't know why.
Yeah, I feel like that happens a lot where it's you have that character that maybe seems like they're going to go somewhat far and then they end up going somewhat early. That could maybe be Jawan here. I could maybe see that. And he is on, let me see, what tribe is he on?
He is on the Yuli tribe. I have the tribes in my notes. So
I have it on Google right here.
Okay, I find on Google too.
Yeah.
Fill me in. What color is that?
I have no idea.
I don't know the colors, unfortunately.
I've not gone that far.
It was the last tribe on the parade article. That's all I remember.
He's also the only person from the Yuli tribe that we have discussed so far. So I can't really say too much of dynamics wise how he's going to do, but that is worth noting. So yeah, that is Jawan. We're going to move on to somebody
that changed my name. Wait a minute.
Mike Jackson.
I don't know
who that come from.
I have no idea.
I swear I didn't do that.
No, it was definitely you. I definitely didn't do that.
I like how we're both editing by shit on here at the same time as this.
Anyways, let's talk about someone who I think is going to be a big character no matter what happens this season. Let's talk about Jeremiah Ng. He is 39 years old from Windsor, Ontario. Also another person from Canada, currently resides in Toronto, Ontario. He is a global events manager, and he's impulsive, loyal, and sincere. I know someone else on here that might be a little impulsive. I don't know. He wants to be a part of Survivor because it's the true adventure of a lifetime. He's visited over 44 countries and 7 continents, so he loves pushing himself to his limits. He also has always marched to the beat of his own drum. He talks about how he worked in the fashion and beauty industry for 12 years and wanted to make a career change where he started working in the financial industry, which helped him step outside of his comfort zone, and that helped him bring his true self to work and never really questioned his abilities, which has helped him prepare for Survivor. He identifies most with Ty in both seasons. He was unique and brought his true, authentic self to the game and had morals, but he thinks he's going to play most like Jam Jam because he brought laughter and positivity to the game. He says he wants an alliance partner that helps him forget how dirty and hungry he is and hopes to ally himself with loyal and fun people, but most preferably a Gemini is what he's really looking for. He also does not like people that have glass half full empty mindsets and are overly negative as well as can't laugh at themselves or talk about themselves often. He also says he's going to win because he's a Karate Kid that no one will see coming. Then probably the most unique answer here. Most people, their biggest inspirations are their parents, but for him, it's Elle Woods from Legally Blonde because Yeah, she was underestimated and true to herself, accomplishing her goals, and taught him that being underestimated is a powerful perception because no one will ever expect him to achieve anything. What do we think of Jeremiah? Who wants to start?
Oh, I can start. I like him a lot. He seems so sweet, and I think what he said about Elwoods is how people are going to view him in the game. I think they're going to very much underestimate him, and they're not going to catch on before it's too late. I see him being a huge presence. I think he's got real possibility of being a contender in this Survivor season.
So what you're saying is he's in it to win it.
He's in it to win it.
You say that about everybody.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, well, I mean, if he wants to play like Yam Yam was in it to win it too. So, and that's what happened. Yam Yam won.
Yeah.
And much like Yam Yam, I think he's in it to win it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think the Jam Jam comparisons are pretty spot on. I think that, I definitely see him in a similar boat where like, Jeremiah is just fun. I really enjoy talking to him. He's somebody who's really laid back. He's always makes me laugh, always makes me feel good about myself. But in reality, he's doing a lot of cutthroat shit that nobody's really seeing. And I think that, I don't know if he's going to have the same type of skill that Jam Jam did where like, he's able to like tell when people are lying to him and things like that. But I do think that he is definitely someone where people are just going to naturally gravitate towards him because he just is someone that's just really fun and positive. And it's kind of similar to Alex, but I feel like Jeremiah is going to have like the upper hand in that sense where like, I think he just has a better chance of getting farther within the game. He's also on the same tribe as Annie and Alex and Jake. And I feel like he has potential to maybe be the person like in control of that tribe. I think he's definitely going to be, like I said, a really big character, definitely someone to watch out for. So yeah, out of the people we discussed before, he's definitely, I think, one of the winner picks of this season.
Yes. Yes.
I think he's definitely one of the contestants of all time.
I can also see him and Alex.
Definitely one of the contestants of the season here.
I was going to say, I could definitely see him and Alex working very closely together because I think their personalities will really jive and they could really run things.
Yeah, I could see that for sure. I think he's definitely going to be. I think he's definitely going to get far in this game. Like no matter what happens, I think he's definitely going to go far. So.
I think based on what you guys are saying, I think he would do fantastic on the show Survivor. I don't know if you guys have heard of it.
Yeah, because I mean, we'll see how he does on this season of The Circle, but I think he would also. I agree with you. Circle's finally coming back, and this is the cast. Yeah,
this is a great cast. I think they would do great on Survivor, though.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's nice that we talked about a random contestant from The Circle, but let's get back to Survivor 49 here and talk about Kristina Mills. So she is 36 years old. She's from Houston, Texas. She resides in Edmond, Oklahoma. She is an NBA career coach, and 3 words to describe her are adaptable, loyal, and random. She wants to be a part of Survivor because when 45 aired, she wasn't in a good place dealing with postpartum depression and the unexpected loss of her mom. And Caleb and Emily's journeys kind of helped her, give her a sense of hope. And she felt, as she calls him, Uncle Jeffrey, was telling her to apply as the show embodies everything her mom was: adventurous, strategic, daring, and wants her kids to see that same spirit within her and show people that while grief never leaves, there is still a beautiful life to embrace. She also feels that being a mom to Irish twins who are both 10 months apart has really helped her prepare for Survivor. She's going to be the tribe member that keeps everyone in good spirits when the hunger and physical mental fatigue kick in. She identifies most with Suri, like she's first playing the game at 35, has young kids, loves her comfortable couch. She's never been camping, but she's choosing to get out of her comfort zone. She also identifies with Rachel from 47. They have a lot of similarities, but ultimately she thinks she's going to play like Carson from 44. They're both social nerds who are very loyal to their people. An alliance partner, she wants someone who she can just look at and understand each other. She needs someone who will balance her personality. She's a big picture person and needs to align with someone good with details. She also doesn't like people that are bullies. She's a very non-confrontational person, which could definitely be an issue on Survivor, but we'll talk about that. And she's going to be the sole survivor because she's great at building genuine relationships with any type of people. People get protective of her after one conversation. She thinks she'll be the secret keeper for multiple castmates and will strategically use that information to get her to the end. And yeah, I mean, I like her a lot. I think there's a lot of things that she said, especially towards the end, of how she's really good at holding in information. I think that's something that, you know, we tend to see in a lot of seasons of Survivor, like someone gets something and just immediately runs to that person and tells them. I feel like if Kristina's going to be a person where like she gets an idol, she gets an advantage, she's just going to keep that to herself. And alternatively, if she finds out that like an ally got something, she's also going to try to like keep that to herself as like a way to show her loyalty and things like that. So I think she, you know, definitely is someone that could go far in that regard. But then I also like what she says about how, you know, she's just someone that people are naturally going to want to protect. And I think that is something that is very good early on. If you can find those people that you don't have to do much of anything, but just simply be someone that's on their side. Meanwhile, you're, you know, talking to others, and maybe you are doing stuff that people are accusing you of, but you have found the right connections to where people are going to defend you no matter what. I feel like those are all traits of someone who could do very well within the game. I like also what she says about how like being a mom has like really helped her, you know, get through pretty much all kinds of different challenges and things like that. So yeah, I think she has a lot of potential. I like her a lot, but what do you guys think? Besides Mike saying she's in it to win it,
I think she's in it to win it personally.
Yes.
I think she's going to be fantastic.
Oh yeah.
I think she's very fantastic. I enjoy her energy. I can see you being drawn to her. And she made herself to Sari, which I definitely can see the Sari energy, especially in the interview.
Oh, yeah.
Like when I watched her talk, I was like,
and that's kind of Sari's game to a T too. Yes. Where like Sari is making all these different genuine connections to where people just always has people protecting and defending her no matter what happens.
Exactly. And I think she also is going to be someone to watch this season, and I can see her going incredibly far. I really just hope she's got the right people to work with to get her to that point.
Definitely.
I was thinking kind of like Say was last season, where she was definitely one to watch until they unfortunately took her out.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely think if she wants to come in like Siri, who is one of the most beloved players of all time, I can see her also go on that trajectory, and I just think she's in it to win it, you know? With that kind of energy, should be fantastic for Survivor.
Yeah. Again, it's really great to see this random contestant from Squid Game, the challenge. I hope she does well on Survivor 49 as well. Yeah. All right. So I think we've said all we need to say about Kristina. So let's go ahead and move on to, from here on out, these are people that I have not been able to look at their bios or anything. That is a head of hair.
I forgot about this guy.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and talk about someone that Mike forgot was on the cast, Matt Williams. He is 52 years old. I did my
homework, I promise.
Yeah, I sort of did. He's 52 years old. He is from Farmington, Utah. He currently resides in St. George, Utah. He's an airport ramp agent. He's confident, curious, and spontaneous. Wants to be part of Survivor because 26 days in Fiji will be nice. $1 million will also be nice. But if they're anything like him, which sometimes he is, and there's a burning desire to cling to a telephone pole on your underwear on national television, Survivor is the only way you're going to get that done. He talks about how, life experience for him from the game is just his childhood, simply his childhood. He says, does my childhood count as an experience? I don't know if it does, but apparently, yeah. All right. Who he's going to play like is Kenzie. We've heard that a lot now. She was very likable. No one could ever write her name down. So he really hopes that people have a hard time writing his down. Value in an alliance partner is aligning with people that are smarter than him. If he can play a subservient role, it will be easier to hide until it's time to turn it on. Something we never know from looking at him is that he loves to cook and he would like to open a restaurant, and maybe when he wins, he'll use that money to buy the sanctuary and then name himself head chef and bartender. And he doesn't like listening to someone incorporating texting shorthand into a verbal conversation. So that could be kind of funny if
someone does.
Oh, Lisa's also a chef.
Yeah, and then he's going to be the sole survivor because he's prepared, he's disciplined, he's adaptable, and he's on a beach in Fiji. So at this point, all he needs is patience. I don't know. I really don't know about this guy. I think the one thing that definitely does concern me is the fact that a lot of the time when people say like, oh, I'm going to play really like slow at first and then I'm going to turn it on towards the end. A lot of the time that usually leads to them not doing much of anything early on in the game and they're just kind of picked off. And I do kind of see Matt maybe being one of those people where it's like, I mean, Matt's not really doing much of anything. No one's really like aligned with him. We can kind of just take him out if like the Hina tribe goes to tribal. I definitely could see that being the case. I like his energy. You know, he definitely seems like fun to watch, but I don't know. He gives me the vibe of someone that I think is going to go fairly early. He also talks about how he like identifies a lot with Joe and things like that. And I do not get that vibe at all from him, but apparently he does. The Kenzie thing, I also don't know if I really see that with him.
No.
I don't know. I don't think he's going to do super well, but what do you guys think?
It's funny because like he seems like more like the kooky older guy. We haven't had that archetype in a very long time on Survivor. I think like
Roxroy is probably like best example of that, maybe in like 42.
Yeah, Roxroy. I would say Cowboy from oh god, what was the season?
Cook Islands.
I was gonna say Big Brother.
Cook Islands, yes, thank you.
That's not right.
Cook Islands.
I'm friends with him on Facebook. He's really nice.
He is iconic. Love Cowboy. But yeah, like he kind of gives me that sort of energy where like people are not gonna like see him as a threat or anything and just like, oh, it's just Matt, you know, he's kind of out there and he kind of does his own thing. I think he actually may be strong in challenges because like he was like in his bio, he said he was good at like hunting, fishing and stuff like that. Like he may be an asset to his tribe. So that may keep him around. I don't know. He might either survive pre-merge or he might rub people the wrong way. People might not vibe with him. We'll have to see what happens.
I think he's definitely making the top 18. Definitely a candidate for final 18.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, but I do know he's definitely in it to win it. That's for sure.
He's in it to win it.
With depending how good those fishing skills are, he just might be in it to win it. I know. He gives me Matt gives me first boot vibes.
Yeah, he does.
First boot vibes. And like I said, he's definitely a candidate for final 18. That's for sure.
Yeah, and might just end up getting 18th. Who knows? We'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I think he's definitely a possibility to like just get picked off right away. And I just don't know how far he's going to go. So we'll have to see. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next person. This is MC. I'm not going to try to pronounce her last name because I'm going to butcher it. But she is 29 years old. She is from Saxby, Texas. She currently resides in San Diego. She's a fitness trainer and she's competitive, high energy, and goofy. She wants to be part of Survivor because it's epic. It's the perfect blend of athleticism, sociology, and mental strength. She's always looking for a new challenge for herself and new adventures. And of course, the chance at 1 million doesn't hurt. One life experience she feels to prepare him for the game is working in sales because she's had to learn what's the right thing to say and who's the right person to say it to achieve the outcome that she wants. And she definitely plans on using that skill in the game. Players she identifies with the most is Tiffany I think she's talking about Tiffany in 46, which is pretty cool because she's going to be on 50. So if she ends up there, she might meet her.
Spoilers.
So,
what?
Yeah. Well, that was revealed by Jeff Probst online.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah. Spoiler.
I know you thought that was the cast reveal for James Bond 007 1 in a Million, but it was not.
Is that a real show?
It is a real show. Yes, there is a reality show about James Bond. Yes, it's
what?
On Amazon. Yes.
I am hoping an order gets out there. I really am.
Yes, 007 1 to a Million, I think it's called. I don't know what even it's like, what like the goal is or anything aside from like winning money. But yeah, there's very much. Brian Cox even hosts it. So yeah, it's very much a real show. But Yeah. Anyway, back to things that matter here. But who we think who she thinks is going to play the most like is D. She played a great physical and social game with her alliances, but honestly, she feels she can only really go out there and play her own game. Value an alliance partner is someone who is an open mind to hear different perspectives and not someone who is her way or the highway. Something we would never know from looking at her is that 47 was actually the first season she watched, and then she quickly became obsessed and binge watched half the season. So she's a better Survivor fan than me. I've watched since 41, and I've only seen 41 through 49. So make of that what you will. But why she's going to be the sole survivor is because she's got the social charm to be everyone's best friend and outwit. She's got the athleticism to crush physical challenges and outplay. And she's got the mental endurance to outlast. And then pet peeves are not feeling heard or being talked over, interrupted, which happens frequently on this podcast to me. And also rude people because bullies are whack. Yeah, I mean, I really like her. I really like her energy a lot. I don't like when I'm interrupted, but I do like her energy a lot. So I think that she could definitely do really well. One of the things that stuck out to me is her talking about how she's learned when to say the right things to the right people. And that's something I always say about these games is that you also need to learn like how you say certain things to people and how you present that information to others. And I feel like it's something that MC has down to a T, where it's like, you're not going to go to one person and exchange information the same way you're going to exchange the information to another person. And I think that's going to be something that she does really well with. She is on a tribe with Kristina and Matt. And I feel like that's a fairly good tribe from her. We already talked about how I think Matt is probably like the prime candidate for first boot. I think MC could honestly be a real contender on that tribe. I think both her and Kristina both seem really strong, and I could see them potentially linking up. I think they have similar strategies of sorts. Yeah. I could definitely see that happening. So yeah, I like her a lot and think that she could definitely be someone to look out for. But what do you guys think?
No, I was in the same boat as you, that like I think she has a really good vibe. Me and too, I watched, she said she worried about having resting bitch face, which I really didn't get from her, like at all. Like like she looked very friendly and like nice. I was like, girl, where is this wrestling bitch face? I don't see it. So I think you're gonna be fine.
Yeah, it's not even showing the cast photo.
Funny.
Yeah. And
yeah, for that
lack of RBF, I really think she's in it to win it here.
Well, you see, this is her 50th photo that she took, and this is just her smiling because she's like filming now.
So she's got one for every season, right?
Yeah, she took too many photos where she didn't look happy, so they finally got one of her smiling. That's what happened.
She took one photo for every season of Survivor.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta respect the commitment, and I respect the commitment enough to be like, yeah, she's in it to win it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why she feels so angry towards the majority of the seasons, but hey, at least for 49, she seems excited. So, yeah. But I think that's everything we want to say about MC. So we're going to move on to the next person here. This is Nate Moore. He is 47 years old. So I think he's the oldest person on the cast. I think Annie might be a little bit older, but he is
older, one of the two.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. He's from Clovis, California. He currently resides in Hermosa Beach, California. And he's a film producer. Okay, let's go. 3 words to describe himself are joyful, intelligent, and crafty. He wants to be part of Survivor because it's a way to test your limits physically and psychologically and see how you navigate other people in suboptimal living conditions. It also just looks like a blast to play. He's watched season 1 in the basement of a frat house. That's really interesting. He talks about a one-life experience to prepare him from the game is working on a number of film sets, so he's used to trying to build consensus on what we need to achieve, community from all walks of life, and find the fun in even the most challenging scenarios. Player he identifies with the most is Earl Cole from Fiji, which you guys talked about earlier. He's a local winner who led without being pushy, protected those in his alliance, and he believes was the first unanimous winner in the history of the show. So there is a potential Jeopardy question
correct.
For you out there.
He was the first unanimous winner of the show.
Yeah. Survivor trivia. If you have that question, you know the answer now. For those that are watching, I know there's a lot of people watching. So,
yes.
Yeah. You have that question. There you go. Value and alliance partner.
Very frequent Survivor Jeopardy question on that for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Someone who's loyal.
The answer is not Letty Lutz. It's Earl Cole.
Good to know.
In case you're wondering who the first unanimous winner was, it's not Letty Lutz. It's Earl Cole.
Okay. Yeah. So he is someone who's loyal, good deception, but takes no pleasure in deceiving his tribe mates. It's a game that requires lying, but we also don't have to be sociopaths about it. Favorite hobbies are watching movies, running, playing basketball. I don't know why I'm reading this part. I think I just want to highlight the fact that he is a big movie guy. So, there's that. Something we'll never know from looking at him is that he loves hard rock music. So there you go, Mike. Why he's going to be
Swifties? So
he doesn't like Swifties apparently, but he said just kidding. People who avoid confrontation.
I'm just
same thing.
Yeah. Makes sense. Why he's going to be sole survivor is because he doesn't seem like a big threat. He's old. He likes to laugh, generally likes people. So he thinks his tribe will underestimate him long enough to snuff all their torches and have a laugh afterwards. What I'll say about this is what I'll say. He's going
to pick them off one by one. He's in it to win it.
Oh yeah. I mean, that worked out so well for the person that said that. So he'll definitely go for it. He'll at least get final 5. So there's that. This is what I'll say about Nate. I think that, really there's a lot of things that I could say about Nate, but here's the thing. He's a film producer, so I really have no choice but to get excited for him and feel like he's going to be, he's going to be the winner as a result of that. No, in all seriousness, I think he definitely is someone that could get fairly far into the game. I like what he said about like alliance partners and things like that. I think he's going to be very chill, very laid back. I don't see him being like an overly chaotic player. And I think like we talked about before, that's something that we tend to see works very well in, modern seasons of Survivor. Someone who's just kind of in the background that people aren't really paying attention to, and they just keep getting farther. And I feel like Nate is going to be one of those people. So yeah, I like what I'm seeing from him. I think he definitely has potential. And listen, us movie people got to stick together. So I'm definitely a fan. Let's hope he does well.
Yeah, I think he might be an early jury vibe, but he's on the Yuli tribe, and I think he and Jawan seem like they would vibe really well together. And I
can see that.
Being a duo. So those are my observations about him.
Yeah.
Don't like that you don't like Swifties if that's legit.
Yeah. I guess we'll find out.
We go on the Jazzie blacklist. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, if he's on 50, he'll be there with Charlie, and that could be a really cool dynamic if that's the case. So
hopefully we don't have to worry about that.
But Mike, what do you think?
I don't know. I think if there's anything to do with like his passion for movies and stuff, he's definitely in it to win it. I definitely think I'm gonna like this guy. I think he's got good vibes.
Yeah.
With he's got his arms like that, like smiling, like he's ready. He's ready. He's in it to win it.
Yeah, I think he's gonna do really well on The Chair season 2. But I also hope
The Chair. Wait.
So the Chair was a reality show.
Wasn't it about directors?
Yeah, it was a director. Shane Dawson actually was.
Yeah, I remember Shane Dawson. Oh, that was.
Yes, it was a show on Stars.
It was like monster on that show.
Yeah, it was 2 different. It was basically 2 different people. One of them was Shane Dawson. One of them was some other girl. Like they were both making scripts, and I think it was the same movie.
And it's basically the same concept, and then like they had to come up with their own version in a different genre of a movie.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is,
Shane's was supposed to be comedy.
Yeah,
and hers, I think, was more like a dramatic, heartfelt movie. I haven't seen hers, but
I got a remark that would get me canceled. This isn't the place for.
I don't know. I mean,
or is anyone gonna watch? I shouldn't say that either.
Is someone gonna watch this?
I was gonna say I heard that's not the
who's watching this.
I was gonna say I heard that's not the pussy Shane Dawson's after, but sure.
That's an episode quote right there.
So back to this.
What I'm trying to say is I'm very happy The Chair is coming back, and I feel like Nate would also do very well on Survivor. So
Nate rhymes with 8. That's hopefully what he did on Survivor 49. Let's take it back
8th place. Quick. Agreed. Yeah, I think what you're saying is he's going to get 8th place. So
Nate the 8. I agree.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I really, in all seriousness, I like him a lot, and I think he definitely does have potential. So yeah. All right, let's go ahead and move on to Nicole Mazullo. She's 26 years old. She's from Long Island, New York, currently resides in Philadelphia. She is a financial crime consultant. She is jovial, quick-witted, and adaptable. Why she wants to be on Survivor is to contribute to the legacy and for the love of the game. Survivor is all about having fun and playing a game like you're a kid again. She loves that. She loves watching the show. 3 siblings and her NYC roommates with her girlfriend in Philly, and where she's been, Survivor has also followed. Previous life experience to prepare for the game is moving from New York and Ohio right before high school. She learned to be adaptable, how to use humor to connect with people, and the importance of taking risks. She feels that Survivor is a game that you really can only play by being authentically yourself. She has 26 years of experience in that area, so she feels very prepared. Previous players she identifies the most with. There's a lot that she likes: Parvati, Sari, Rachel, and Omar. They are charming, smart, manipulative, and emotionally intelligent players. She hopes to take parts of each of their games on her journey, but she identifies most with Jam Jam. That's a name we've heard a lot of. Yes. He was a total social weapon and had 100% accuracy in identifying those coming after him and voting them off before he was. He's just hysterical and unyielding, which she loves. An alliance partner, she wants someone who can serve as a soundboard, good with numbers and nitty-gritty details, and she wants someone that can help her paint a full picture. That would be great. Also, someone she can laugh and have fun with. Pet peeves are bad company, the West Coast. So
the entire West Coast.
Yeah, the entire West Coast. I get it. East Coast, West Coast. I understand.
Honestly, there's a few people on the West Coast that also make me dislike the West Coast, so I get that.
I do agree with that. Bagel that goes untoasted. So hopefully no
untoasted bagels.
Yeah, and entitlement because it's a bad form. So she doesn't love that.
So what I hear is she's looking for a soundboard. You said?
Yes, I'm not done reading, but yes.
Soundboard.
Oh God. Okay.
Whoever did that.
Yeah, whoever did that. Let's go ahead and move on.
Right here, in it to win it.
Okay. Why she's going to be the sole survivor is she's competitive as hell and a doer and can connect with anyone. She knows this game, how it's played, and knows what it takes to win. She's not afraid to push the boundaries, just like Mike is trying to push my boundaries right now, and push herself to get the job done. She's hoping that people enjoy her too much to vote her off, and before they know it, she's sitting in final 3 battling for the million. And yeah, I like her a lot. I think she has a lot of potential. I think she says a lot of the right things here. One of the things that stuck out about her to me is the fact that she talks about that, you want an alliance partner that is kind of going to do the opposite of what you're doing, where she's going to be the one who's giving the information out, but she wants that person to really feed the information to other people. I think that's something that the best duos have done before, where it's I'll give you the information, you choose to do what you want with it, and let's really try to make this happen. And I feel like that's something that she's going to do well with. I also like what she said about how, she wants someone that she can just vibe with. You want to work with somebody that you're generally enjoying, because if you're not, that could end up going really badly for you. And also the comparisons to Jam Jam and things like that. I feel like we got a lot of people in this cast who are saying that. So I don't know what to believe at this point, if there's any validity to those comparisons. But what I'll say is I like her energy. I think she gave some of the most detailed answers out of anybody in this article. And I feel like that is enough of a reason for me to get excited for her. I feel like she has a lot of potential. And yeah, she's definitely one of the people that I've been impressed with the most so far. What do you guys think?
I said she reminds me of people I've grown up around. I see her going very far in this game, becoming a fan favorite. She has such a great energy. And one of the funniest things, I watched her intro video, and she's like, I'm going to have to get used to being around all these straight people. I just died. I was like, she had me hooked from there. I was like, she's iconic.
I do also hope to see her run to the final 3 of this season.
Are you gonna blast your car horn if that happens?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
That's what's really important here.
She's looking for that soundboard, and all I can say is I can absolutely provide and will.
And then open up the first page of you'll go.
Yeah. the places you'll go, like the final 3, like 2 of us have and 1 of us hasn't.
Anyway.
No, she reminds me a lot of Izzy from Big Brother 25.
Yeah, I see Izzy. Yes.
I'm seeing a lot of parallels, and I'm not talking about just her.
No, I know exactly
looks,
what you mean.
But I think she's got the same personality and everything. And I'm also not saying that because she's a lesbian either. I genuinely see a lot of Izzy. I think this is Izzy's twin, and I love Izzy on 25. She provided so much phenomenal meme content.
Oh yeah,
I'm hoping we get more meme content out of Nicole here.
I think she's gonna provide a lot of meme content. Like I said, the very first thing she said in her interview was, "I'm gonna have to get used to being around all these straight people."
That's so valid.
I love her.
And also, like, I feel like she is gonna be similar to Izzy, where like she's very unfiltered. She isn't afraid to say whatever's on her mind, and sometimes that works for her, and sometimes it doesn't.
That made Izzy one of my favorite houses. I'm so sorry I didn't mean to interrupt you like that.
That was definitely like one of Izzy's downfalls, I would say, in 25, is that sometimes she didn't know when to keep her mouth shut, but it also ended up being one of her strengths with the people she worked with. And I feel like for someone like Nicole, I think she knows what she needs to say and what she doesn't. And I think, again, the research that she's done, the different comparisons that she has to multiple people, I definitely think that she could be a strong candidate. I do want to talk about the tribe that she's on. She's on the Keely tribe. We still know how that's pronounced, with Alex, Annie, Jeremiah, and Jake. I mean, I see like her and Jeremiah probably connecting. I think that's definitely a possibility.
I could see them being like a duo. Like they would be an iconic duo. I would love to see them.
Yeah, but Nicole is definitely in it to win it.
Yeah, but it also makes me feel like Jake's not going to get far, because I feel like Jake is going to be, if we're comparing Izzy, I feel like Jake is the Cameron in that scenario.
I think so too, yes.
I need him out of here.
I need him out. I could see that with Nicole being like, okay, no.
You just need a hairy guy with a southern accent. That could be either Cameron or Red. You never know. I think if anyone's Red, it's Matt.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. That's definitely a possibility. But yeah, I like Nicole a lot. I think she definitely does have potential. And hey, I mean, if the Izzy comparisons are true, you can see Nicole and then you can follow it right up on Amazing Race with Izzy. So you know what? It'll just fulfill the prophecy in that way. And so that's how I feel about Nicole.
Eliminate straight people 2025.
Yes. Let's go ahead and move on to someone that we might potentially have quite a bit to say about. This is Rizo.
Oh, this tribe might be pronounced Kelly. I'm kind of scared.
I'm hoping
it depends on how many dead bugs they find on at the tribe camp.
Yes,
I think it's Kaylee,
Kaleidoscope.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But
of all things to break Kevin. Kaleidoscope.
Anyway. All right. Rizo Velovic is the next person we're talking about. He's 25. He's from Yonkers,
Is that how that's
New York.
pronounced?
I think. I don't know.
I think that is.
You can ask our friends how do you pronounce Rizzo's name?
He said his last name in the video I watched, but I'm bad at remembering things.
Well, anyway, he's in tech sales. He's optimistic. He's funny. He's motivated. He wants to play Survivor because he wants to chase greatness. He wants to be one of the best players to ever play this game. Ever since he was a kid, he wanted to play Survivor, and now he's here. It's time to dream bigger. He wants to give his family and friends a reason to gather around weekly. He wants to make his friends and family in the entire country of Albania proud, being first Albanian descent player to play the game, which means a lot to him. Life experience preparing him for the game is his entire upbringing has prepared him for being the oldest of 2 in an Albanian immigrant household. His parents were working 2 jobs to put food on the table, whereas he was expected to live the American dream. Having that much responsibility at such a young age motivated him to make sure his parents' sacrifices weren't for nothing. Everything he does is for them. Previous player he identifies with is David Wright. I have no idea who the fuck that is, but he is the epitome of perseverance.
David Wright was a 3-time player?
Two-time.
Definitely more than 1. I know that.
Yeah, he was on
Millennials versus Gen X, and
Millennials versus Gen X, and he came back for Edge of Extinction.
Yeah. So he said he never gave up. He went from 0 to hero. He went from someone anxious to being the player of the season. He never gave up, and he identifies with that mindset. But he thinks he's going to play like JT from Taka Teens. He wants to be a complete player, socially, strategically,
not how
physically. He wants to know him for being a great person and having great allies supporting him, but also as someone who isn't scared. And then he values an alliance partner, someone that's honest, loyal, and predictable. Ideally, he'd like to have a ride or die at the end, someone who no matter what he can count on, but realistically, he wants someone truthful and whose next move he can predict. Pet peeves are in the real world, people who say they're going to do something then don't. As a fan of Survivor, people who make emotional or illogical decisions. This is interesting. His biggest inspiration is actually John Cena, so that's fun. And then the Soul Survivor, why is he Soul Survivor? Is because it takes emotional intelligence, patience, social skills, and a ton of luck. Lucky for him, he has all these qualities, especially the luck part. He's adaptable, but most importantly, he's fun to be around. And if the new era has shown him anything, it's that social game prevails overall. And as a student in the game, he's taking that with Jeff as Jeff crowns him the next Soul Survivor. And then I wanted to leave this part for last because I think it's pretty funny. Something we won't know from looking at him is that he knows the entire soundtrack to all High School Musical and Camp Rock movies, as he should.
He would have been great for a mini we were just at.
Yes, those are fantastic. But anyway, I think we're going to have a lot to say about the Riz God. Riz God.
R-I-Z-G-O-D.
Okay. So I never played with him personally, but he is from the same org community that I am in. In fact, the game that I won, the Survivor game that I won, he was the runner-up of the previous season. So I'm fairly familiar with that finale. Yeah. I've watched it extensively when I was in the FTC for that season. And so I don't know him that well, but I feel like I remember how he, played and things like that. So, the point is I'm very excited to get to see him play Survivor. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Anytime you get to see an orger on there, it's just like it's one of us, basically.
Yes.
This one actually is one of us.
Yes, quite literally, because he has played in the same circle as us, many different games.
Not just the experiment circle, EXP. Shout out to that.
Yeah,
I famously lost the season Kevin won.
Yes, but I don't know why that could possibly be, but always excited to see a fellow EXP alum in there. He's played other games and things like that. You guys don't care about that. The point is that he is someone that I'm very excited to get to see play. I think he has a really good mind for the game. I really like what he talks about where, he wants to try to find a ride or die, but if he's unable to do so, he just wants someone that is very predictable with what they're going to do, someone he can count on, someone that he can just kind of have that trust in. I think is really good. I like what he talks about emotional intelligence and social skills and things like that. He really understands the game very well, and I feel like he's definitely going to go very far in this game. So I have a lot of hope for Rizo. But what do you guys want to say?
Yeah. Go ahead, Mike.
No. By all means.
Okay. I was gonna say I think he's gonna be one to watch in the game.
Oh, yeah.
I can see him playing very well in the middle.
Yeah.
Like just kind of very, very much finding his place and getting to where he needs to be. Yeah. I think he's going to do extremely well. I'm excited to see him play.
Yeah. The one thing I did want to say real quick before I do turn it over to Mike is that orgers in Survivor have not had the greatest trajectory. Sometimes they turn out well. Sometimes they turn out like Brandon Donlin. But I do think
Brandon.
Rizo,
stole what I had to say. No, my concern with Rizo is the possibility of him ended up coming in as a super fan and playing ended up being like Brandon Donlin. Unfortunately, the game of Survivor is not for everybody, and that's what I respect about Brandon Donlin's game. That he proved that despite being a super fan and everything, it's a very physically taxing game, and physically and mentally taxing game, and
for sure,
he got his story arc really showcased that.
Yeah, definitely.
That Survivor is the real deal, and
I
could definitely vouch. I've seen Rizo play a few games, not just the experiment.
Yeah,
I am a fellow alumni of Pro Survivor with Rizo. Yeah. I played season 14 during the pandemic. Rizo won the following season, and there's actually another Survivor player on that was on that season in Chanel Howell from 42.
Yes,
she got third. Okay. And
it's crazy.
Wild.
I guess Pro Survivor means that eventually you'll be on the real Survivor.
I believe our friend Roberto Vitello was the runner-up.
Yeah. Okay.
And then my another order that I've actually and got to play with was fourth place was Andrew Einmo.
Okay.
You guys probably don't know Andrew. I just played
a
game on Facebook with him. Anyway,
we do love Roberto, though.
I've seen Rizo go very far in games as an order. So I do, from that information, I do know Rizo can be pretty good at the game.
Yeah.
And I do have a lot of high hopes for Rizo. I want to see him win because he, like Kevin said, he was at one point part of our org community. Not just our org community, but our Sequester mini community as well.
Oh yeah, he was.
Rizzo played the wrestling mini.
Yes, that's
true. With our friend Topher Ramb, shout out Topher, shout out Jenn, who couldn't be here tonight.
I believe he was the runner-up of that game. I think he made it fairly.
Even better.
Yeah.
More of an indicator of Rizo absolutely knows how to play these games.
Yeah.
He's been known as the Riz God even back then. This isn't a new nickname.
Yes.
So I can even furthermore vouch for the Riz God thing.
Yes.
But I do enjoy it, and in the Survivor preview that I saw, he also gets very laugh giggly a little bit when he says Ari's as he's going on his Riz God bit.
Yeah.
So I love that he's not 100% serious or arrogant about it.
No, he's very.
I never got to know Rizo personally in our org community, so I'm really looking forward to seeing Rizo here.
Yeah, I watched his interview and he more laughed it off,
that's what I'm say.
R-I-Z-Z Riz God. It was
1Z.
Nope. I can't spell. We know Jazzie can't spell.
Maybe there's 3 Z's. Who knows?
It is 3 Z's.
Yeah. Well, I know. We also have the word Riz already out there.
Yeah,
right.
That does have 2 Z's, so I get it.
Yeah, that's probably why I was
but
fucking up.
Needless to say, Rizo, with all this org experience and knowing that he's done well in all these orgs, is once again in it to win it.
I knew that was coming.
Good to know.
I think he'll do great in the game of Survivor. I think.
Yeah. I think he'll do.
In all seriousness, I'm thrilled for Rizo here.
I think he'll do really well on this season of the Summit, and I really think he should play Survivor. So
I agree. Yeah. I agree, but I don't know. This photo is not giving Summit vibes. It looks like there's a mountain behind him, but he's at the bottom of it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's some other show, but Anyway, so we talked about Rizo. Also, just to go back to people we've talked about before, he is on the Uli tribe alongside Nate and Jawan. I think those are the only people we talked about in that tribe. So I can't really give an idea of what the dynamics are going to be. But this next person's also on that tribe, so that might give us a better indication of that. This is Sage Ahrens-Nichols. She is 30 years old, and she's from Roxborough, North Carolina. She currently resides in Olympia, Washington, and she's a clinical social worker. Words to describe her are intentional, curious, and wacky. Why she wants to be part of Survivor is she doesn't have a philosophical answer for you, but quite simply put, YOLO. She also just loves to torture herself. One life experience to prepare for the game is depending on which facet of the entire game you're referring to: physically, the military; emotionally, the drama; socially, neurodivergence; mentally, social work. So she's had quite the illustrious career, it seems. Previous players she identifies with the most is Marianne. People often mistake her as an optimist because of her upbeat energy and quirkiness like Marianne. That causes people to assume that she's naive and fragile. But also like Marianne, she doesn't feel the need to prove those people wrong. Rather, she likes to play the long game. Time always tells. But she invests her energy into people who actually get to know her. So she hopes to play like Marianne, lead with her spirit and not her ego. What she values in alliance partner is someone who can have fun and find humor, especially in these shitty moments. Favorite hobbies, I don't want to go through this too much, but she does mention Among Us and Codenames, so that's enough for a reason to get excited for her. Pet peeves are, very broadly speaking, the patriarchy, people who instantly roll their eyes at her saying the patriarchy, and people who don't put away their shopping carts. Something that people want to know from her is that she's in the military and she also has a twin. And then she's going to be the sole survivor just because she's annoyingly persistent. I fucking love her. I think she's going to be so much fun on this season. She just seems like she has that energy of she's going to be a huge character to watch. And no matter how far she goes, I feel like Sage will be one of the most memorable within the season. I like what she says about the Marianne comparisons as well, because I think that's something that Marianne did very well in her season. She owned the fact that she was a little bit more on the quirkier side and a little bit more eccentric than some of the other people around her. And meanwhile, she got to form genuine bonds with people and was playing a much more cutthroat game than people let on. And that ended up, getting her to win the whole thing. So I feel like Sage overall has a lot of times. I think Mike is laughing at his name right now.
Yeah, I just discovered my name. Like, what the fuck is this?
So apparently we found the twin to Rizo, I should say. But Sage, I think, has a lot of potential. I really like her energy. She also seems like she knows what she's doing in terms of the strategic side. The fact that she's played a lot of Among Us and code names and things like that, definitely gives me the vibe of like this is someone who plays a lot of social strategy games, so she knows what she's getting herself into. So overall, I think she definitely is, out of the people we've talked about, maybe the person I've been the most impressed by, especially because when she talks about people that she identifies with, she's given a completely different answer than others have. She hasn't been saying Jam and Kenzie like a lot of people. She's talking about Marianne. She gave a very good reason as to why she's Marianne. I think my only real concern with her is that she does seem like someone that could get easily irritated by certain people, and she could maybe get into fights with others, and that could definitely be like an issue for her. But if she's able to overcome that, I think she could definitely go well. What do you guys think?
As long as she doesn't take those irritations and show her biases and dictate her tribe, I think she could definitely go far, and I think she's in it to win it this time.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said this time.
I actually am not as optimistic about her because I don't know why in her interviews she came off very aggressive when she talked.
Yeah.
And watching her talk and stuff, like I can see her rubbing people the wrong way. And because she says, I make bad first impressions on people. People usually think I'm like a bitch.
Wow.
I kind of got that vibe from her.
Yeah.
So I worry about her in the early days of the game just because of how she came across in the first interview.
Makes sense, yeah.
But if she can overcome that, I can see her doing very well.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm laughing because Kevin picked up what I was putting down here.
So that's my perspective.
I could definitely see that. I think for me, the reason why I do have a little more confidence in her is because she talks about how like, listen, I'm going to put that all out on the table. I'm not going to lie about who I am, but I'm also going to have this more like strategic side to her. So maybe she can be someone who is like combative and things like that. And that could potentially be like an issue for her, but she also could have this more like softer side to her if like people get to know her. I'm looking at her tribe right now. I do think that there's definitely people she could get along with. We haven't talked about two of the people on here, but I do think she could definitely be a really big, I think she's going to be a big character regardless. It's just a matter of like, is this a big character that like we are ironically rooting for because we think she's really funny, but she's playing like a really shitty game? Or are we actually rooting for her because she is playing very well, but yet she also is like really fun to watch? So Mike, go ahead.
I think she might have the Emily Flippin edit where she's kind of rough, kind of hard to root for in the very beginning.
Yeah, I could see that.
But she's going to find herself in a position where she can turn it around and become very likable. And who knows, maybe I even end up on another season like 50 coming up.
Yeah.
There are two people from this cast that are on that. We know that.
The Emily Flippin comparison really rings true to me because that was kind of the vibe she gave me.
That's the vibe Emily Flippin had on 45.
So I can see it. If she plays like Emily later in the game, I think she can be fantastic. But I hope she's not like Emily the first few rounds of the game.
I mean, as long as if she can find her Caleb, then that could also help her because I think Caleb helped Emily a lot in that first half. But I think if she doesn't have that Caleb, that might be an issue for her. So hopefully she can channel that more mid to end game Emily Flippin and not the first half of the game Emily Flippin where she just
she can come back if she doesn't find that Caleb, and maybe she'll come back even when she's 100 years old.
Stop. No. So are you trying to say that Sage Ahrens-Nichols never dies? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, exactly.
I would agree with you on that.
No, I do think she's either I think the Emily flipping parallel really sums
that was
up
perfect.
So
it really was.
Yeah, I think that's actually I didn't even think about that. That makes a lot of sense actually, because I think she talks about the Marianne of it all, but I think that, the whole more assertive type vibe that you're getting, I think that's definitely something that could be an issue. But if she's able to also have that more strategic side and also show that, she is just a regular person with emotions and things like that, I think she could also end up going very far. So yeah, I feel pretty good about her. I'm just doing one thing right now. Where is it? All right. So we talked about Sage. Let's go ahead and move on to the next person here. This is Savannah Louie. She is 31 years old and from Walnut Creek, California. She currently resides in Atlanta. She is a former reporter, and she is adventurous, no nonsense, and curious. Why she wants to be part of Survivors. The easiest 1 million she'll ever make. Kidding. She's been a huge fan of the show since season 1. It has brought so much joy, created a community for her amongst family and friends. She is ridiculously cool to be part of something bigger than herself. And as an adrenaline junkie, it's the adventure of a lifetime. One life experience that she feels has prepared her for the game is through her work as a journalist. She's become an expert at connecting with others, building trust with all different types of people, and operating in high-stress scenarios. A huge part of her job was getting people to trust her with some of the most intimate details of their lives, and the newsroom is ultra competitive. You can survive a newsroom. You can definitely survive anything. Previous players she identifies with is she wants to embody Kim Spradlin and Dee from 45, both women who were fierce competitors with impressive physical games, but their social skills and tight alliances helped carry them across the finish line and seal the deal. In an alliance partner, she wants someone with trust. That's the core of any successful alliance. She'd also like to work with someone whose strengths make up for her weaknesses and vice versa, someone who can connect with different groups better than she can and vice versa. She doesn't really want a number. She wants someone who helps show that two heads are better than one. Let's see. Why she needs Soul Survivor is because she's an under-the-radar physical threat with a social game that will get her to the end. She's hoping others underestimate her while considering someone that they trust, only to realize she's a force to be reckoned with once it's too late. And then is there anything else to comment on? No, I think we got everything. So yeah, I like her a lot. I think, right off the bat, the fact that she's a journalist, it means that she's going to have a really good job of, being able to read people and being able to really dig into their souls in a way that other people aren't able to do. And I think that she's going to be really well connected on the tribe as a result of that. Someone who's kind of just able to talk about anything, connect with people over everything. People are going to naturally gravitate towards her. I like what she says also about an alliance partner, where it's like, I don't want someone that's just going to be a number for me. I want to generally connect with this person. I want to feel like we have a back and forth. And even if that person's in more alliances than her, she wants to be aware of those groups that they're in. I think she just has a really good mind for the game. She is going to be on the same tribe as Savannah and Sage.
I'm glad Savannah's on the same tribe as Savannah.
I think you mean Jawan, Nate, Rizo,
Sage and Rizo and it's yes, she's on the same tribe as them. I can definitely see her connecting with a good majority of them. I feel like she is very well set up. I think she's definitely someone that to look out for sure. So I definitely feel pretty good about Savannah. But what do you guys think?
She's absolutely giving in it to win it. And I mean, I am heavy on the in it to win it. I think just based on this profile alone, the winner vibes are strong right off the bat.
Oh yeah, I definitely see it.
And the fact that she's saying Spradlin, that's huge. Spradlin is one of the best, if not the best. One of we'll go back to one of the best female winners of all time.
Definitely.
This interview gave me the complete opposite feeling than the first interview I watched of her.
Oh, wow.
She's like, I want to create chaos in the camp and be the source of I'm like, please do not be Russell Hantz. I do not need that. No, girl.
Well, she doesn't have to be Russell Hantz because unlike Russell Hantz, she might actually I think she might actually win the game.
Listen, that
do not insult me like that ever again.
That was why.
Who did that? I don't know. Jazzie, why would you do that to Mike?
Whoever did that.
I think. Yeah, no, honestly,
Don't you just give me the car board? Just
the
run me
chaotic
over with the
energy
entire
she wanted to
car if
bring
you're
to
gonna
the
call me
tribe, I
that.
was like, girl, please don't. Like this interview, I think she's gonna do really well. I think she has a lot of perceptive skills and really seems to have her head together. The other interview, I don't know what happened or why she said what she said, but I like her a lot more in this interview for sure. I think I could see her and Rizo working together.
Definitely. Yeah, I can see that. I think they definitely have similar mindsets when it comes to like allies and things like that. So I could definitely, and I could see a scenario where like Rizzo's connecting more with people. Maybe she's not on the outs, but she doesn't have the connections that he does. And then he kind of like lets her in about stuff, and that helps her become more connected to people. I do think she needs to downplay the fact that she is like, part of the newsroom and things like that. I think that could definitely put a potential target on her back. It's like, oh, Savannah's really good at connecting with people. That's definitely something to worry about. And hopefully, she does well and doesn't end up in a pile of bricks, just like Mike's screen. I think that's why Mike changed his background to a pile of bricks, because he doesn't want Savannah's game to turn into all fall over like a pile of bricks, right? That's what you're trying to get at here. Yeah, exactly.
I'm being attacked by Bowser as we speak. He started me into a block from Mario.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Anyway, let's move on to the next person.
Happy 40th anniversary to the Mario Bros. Series.
Anyways, the next person we have here is Shannon Fairweather, the last person actually on the Uli tribe. She is 28 years old. This is the person I meant to say was on the same tribe as Savannah.
I'm glad she's on the same tribe as Samantha here.
Yeah. She's from Wakefield, Massachusetts. She currently resides in Boston. And 3 words to describe herself are, I thought this said free Palestine at first, which I was going to be like, hell yeah. Free, passionate, and she makes things happen. Faithful, spunky, confident, and in love with life. Why she wants to be a part of Survivor is she's been watching since she was 8, watching with her whole family and boyfriend. She loves a good adventure and challenges. She thinks it's a really beautiful pressure cooker of a life experience, fighting everything. I was going to say, I don't know if you're on the right show, if that's the case. And she's grateful for the opportunity. She also believes she has some unique perspectives on life that she would love to share. Life is beautiful, hard, expansive, and so is Survivor. So she's stoked. Previous player she identifies with the most. Jam again. Social, compassionate, fun, keeps it light. And then the flip side, she says Boston Rob because of his swag, confidence, and determination. Boston grit, strategic. Goat, Marianne, authenticity, a little emotional. And Parvati, badass, strong, and hot. And then what she values What she values in a alliance partner is a kind heart, loyalty, communication, someone who's driven and centered, but also fun. Let's laugh and hug, emotional awareness and maturity, compassion, connection to God, universe, cares about others, and is genuine. Pet peeves. Let's see, anything to talk about here. She doesn't like snoring. She doesn't like negativity and being able to hear muffled TV when she's trying to sleep. I think
we're ops.
Yeah, I think she's going to be in a similar boat to Captain Will on Big Brother 27, where she's looking for that rewind button when people are having conversations with her. Definitely.
Big booty, pop it, slap it, sit on it, rotate it.
I'm glad that's the insight that you got from what I just said.
Actually, while we're on insight, can you remind me of what her occupation is really quick?
All right. So she is a wellness specialist. And why she's going to be the sole survivor is because of who she is. She makes the most of everything she does. She knows how to manifest a dream into reality. She's incredibly determined. Beyond winning, she's also here to be authentic, to love others, serve others, and remember God. She knows in her heart in a really beautiful place, and that ability to generally connect and care about others will resonate with her castmates. She really loves people and this game. I don't know. We'll see how she really does. I think that she definitely is going to be someone that people bond with socially. The God stuff could definitely get a bit annoying, I think, if that ends up being something throughout the season. And I think that's something that a lot of people could probably get annoyed by. But I do think that there's people on her tribe that are going to connect with her. I don't think she's going to be like as well positioned as like, say, a Savannah or like a Rizo, but I definitely could see her doing fairly well. But what do you guys think?
Well, I watched the other interview that I saw.
Okay.
She did not mention God a lot. She was more like talking about like astrology and like
interesting.
She reminded me of Kendra.
Okay.
So I was like, Kendra. Oh, this is the Kendra. Okay. Yeah. She was like, I'm a Virgo and I need this energy and that energy. And that was kind of the stuff she was talking about in the interview I watched. So I think she's going to be an early boot or early jury.
I think so.
My feeling.
And that's where Kendra was, if I'm not mistaken, right? She was like third juror, I believe.
Yeah, Kendra was like third juror. Yeah. That was kind of the vibe. She gives me very Kendra vibes based on the interview I watched of her talking. Like just the way she was very all about astrology and yoga and like, the way she was
also maybe kind of like a Lisa from Big Brother 26.
Lisa, yes.
I'm also a chef.
But yeah, no, that was kind of the vibe I get from Shannon, and I don't think it's gonna serve her very well, unfortunately. I think she's, like I said, very into the astrology and this in the world. So I don't know.
All right. So the reason why I asked about her occupation again was I heard. And what made it click was her being from living in Boston.
Okay.
There's a cafe that just opened that it opens up tomorrow actually.
Oh shit. Okay.
The 23rd. There's a cafe somewhere on Fred Street in Boston that is completely Survivor themed. Like they're doing a lot of stuff there in preparation for 49. Okay. I heard she's the owner of that bar.
Oh wow.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know if that's correct or not.
So you're going to go over to that bar to then meet up with Shannon and see if that's.
I know she mentioned in another interview, the other interview I watched. She did mention about a bar and about Boston Rob being the bartender at like the local bar in Boston or something.
So when's the watch party at Shannon's bar? That's the real question.
Right, we need the watch party at Shannon's
literally
bar.
Wednesday.
Oh shit! Okay, well. Ooh. I guess you got to go.
You gotta go, Mike. Yeah,
I do want to check it out. I don't have the ways of getting there at this current moment, but one day in the future, if I'm in that area, I think it's somewhere around the same area as like the TD Garden.
Mm-hmm.
So if you watch this video and you like this video and you want to give us money,
Sorry, wrong script.
So we can travel.
Yeah.
That'd be lovely.
I hope what I just said got drowned out. I really do.
I don't know what you said.
I don't know what you said.
I cut you off as you were like, if you enjoy this, and this. I quickly said apply to. I'm so sorry.
Anyways, Shannon. Hope she does well.
I do, Jen. I do genuinely. She is up there for my who I'm excited for the season. Just given the Boston. I root for anyone from New England, really. I'm from a state in New England myself.
Shannon.
I'm somewhat from a state of New England myself.
Oh, are you?
I am.
Oh well. I think we should play Trivia Murder Party.
Don't tell Jackbox that though.
Yeah, I think we should play Trivia Murder Party and make sure that you die, and then that be the next question. I think that's what should happen.
Yeah, let's make sure I die.
Yeah. I mean that's definitely what.
Yeah, it was the Survivor Cafe is like in a place called the Greatest Bar.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Wow.
And it is near the TD Garden. I found on social media. That's what I'm doing. That's why I'm on my phone right now.
We're not sponsored by them, but if you want to sponsor us, we're here if you want to do that.
Please sponsor.
Yeah.
But anyways, we talked. I think we talked enough about Shannon. Let's move on to Sophie Balerdi. She is 27 years old and she's from Miami. She currently resides in Miami and she's an entrepreneur. She is spicy, thoughtful, and relentless. Why she wants to be part of Survivor is just like Dee from 45. Survivor is a symbol of her American dream. It helped her grandma learn to speak English. It was the heart of their whole relationship. She was her best friend. She originally applied to give her an extra special season while she was sick. And after she passed, she didn't stop applying. She's here to play in honor of her and in honor of her sacrifices and her parents who moved to America so that they can have opportunities like playing Survivor. Her life experiences prepared her for the game is leaving the Miami bubble was to go to grad school in North Carolina. She went from being one of the only Cuban girls to being the only Hispanic girl in her program. It was a culture shock in the best way. She learned a lot academically, but also a lot about herself. And she learned that she does well in environments where she's different. She usually gravitates to those who are the most different than her. And she feels that Survivor will be similar. Previous player she identifies with is she doesn't want to sound cliche, but she wants to play her own game, one inspired by the baddies who came before her. She identifies with Natalie Anderson because she was underestimated but held her own and was strong every time she has played. She wants to play a combination of Cerise and Genevieve's game, strategic and ruthless, but with strong emotional connections, who are both going to be on 50. So, if she's there, she might meet them. Right. So, value an alliance partner is somebody who will be real with her and tell her that she's being too much, paranoid, check her instead of coming after her right away. She likes constructive criticism, thank God, and tough love. That's how she is with her family and friends. She considers that to be a form of loyalty just as much as voting together. Pet peeves are men with Peter Pan syndrome. Get off the dating apps and stop terrorizing her beautiful single friends and people who don't return their shopping carts. Don't love that either. Let's see. She'll be the sole survivor because she believes she can split emotion from game. She's not coming into this experience with any muscles, any athletic background, but she does know how to talk. She's going to leverage her ability to scratch the surface with people and connect deeply. She's coming here to make a real, genuine relationships and friends who will be at her wedding one day, and that's why they'll never see it coming. She will be loyal to her allies to a certain point, but to win, she'll have to be the most loyal to herself, and she believes she can make those decisions. And yeah, I really like her a lot. I think that she has a lot of good ideas in mind, especially when it comes to, how she really plans to play the game. She knows what she needs to do. She wants to make those deep connections, but also have this more like cutthroat side to her. I like what she talks about when it comes to an alliance partner as well, who it's like, let me find someone who's telling me like, am I doing too much? Is this, am I overdoing it here? I think it's good to have that, because having that person on your side to like stop you from doing those things will really help you become a better player. And, I think that's something that Sophie definitely is going to do pretty well. I like what she talks about. I like the different people that she's inspired by. I think that, she definitely could be very strategic in that way. So yeah, I think that she's definitely someone to watch out for. She is going to be on the Keely tribe, Kelly, who fucking knows how it's pronounced. But with
birthday tribe.
Anyways, the Kel tribe with Alex, Annie, Jeremiah, Nicole, and Jake. She's the last person on that tribe. I definitely think she's going to connect with quite a few of them. So yeah, I really like her energy a lot. What do you guys think about Sophie? Although I don't know if I want to turn to Mike because he's annoying me. Jazzie, go ahead.
Yeah, look, from what she was saying in her interview, she seemed like she was going to play too hard, too fast, and that was my big concern with her. She seems very passionate, which could be very good or very bad in the long run. It may end up sending her home. I think she has a lot of potential, but like there's just certain ways when she was talking in the other interview I had watched, I just felt like, there's certain things that could go wrong with her game, and I'm really hoping it doesn't. She seems very fun and someone who could play a really strong game, but like definitely. I could see it backfiring.
Yeah, she could definitely like play too hard, too fast, or maybe not make those connections as much as some other people have. I know we talked about how we think that on that tribe, Jeremiah is going to have a lot of influence. I think Nicole's going to have a lot of influence. And if she doesn't make those connections, or let's say she does have that alliance partner that's telling her she's not doing too much and she is doing too much, that could also be a problem for her. So I could definitely see that. Oh God, I don't know what he's going to do.
No, I do. I want to quickly piggyback to the cafe.
Okay.
Just to confirm, it is owned by Shannon's family.
Okay. Yeah.
And Boston Rob actually worked there as a bartender before going on Survivor.
No, cool. That is correct. That was
before it was like rebranded to.
Yes, that was brought up in her video interview.
Yeah,
that I had watched. I was like, that sounds familiar. I
just wanted
sleepiness, but
All right, well, maybe we should go to that cafe.
What the hell is my name now?
I think we should go to that cafe and specifically talk about Sophie in particular for no particular reason. It's almost like we're talking about Sophie or something. So what do you want to say about Sophie?
She's in it to win it. She reminds me of RC from Philippines.
I can see it.
Okay. I thought we were talking about Coach RC. I was like, maybe.
All right, it's time for PGB. That's my impression. It's really bad.
Well, that was a great impression.
Apparently, I'm a bug friend now, so kind.
Yeah, sounded just like them. Yeah, I guess we found one of Kelly's hidden bugs. Anyway, all right, let's go ahead and talk about. I think we only have a couple people left here. Yeah, we're almost done. All right, so
like I said, that tribe name, honestly, the pronunciation, I think, just depends on how many dead bugs they find at camp.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no.
That's what matters. Yeah, so Sophie Segreti, she is 31 years old. She's from Darnestown, Maryland, and she currently resides in New York. She's a strategy associate, and three words to describe her are loud, funny, and competitive. Why she wants to be on Survivor is because she wanted to go on Survivor since she watched Survivor All-Stars when she was 9. She's a lifelong fan. She's always thought Survivor would be a blast. Life experience that prepared her for the game is business school, networking in corporate America, but a game of alliances, very much the case. And then previous players she identifies the most is Rachel, her archangel of alternates, because she, I guess, was also an alternate. We don't know what season, but she said
probably 48 or 48.
Yeah, I could see that. What she values in alliance partner is honesty. They don't need to tell her everything, but they just got to be on the same page about the important stuff. Let's see. And then she's going to need a soul survivor because she has a knack for bringing people together. That plus maybe too competitive, a spirit winning combo. She gave some pretty brief answers, so I don't have a lot to take away. I feel like I'll gain more insight when Jazzie tells me how her YouTube video was. But I like what I'm seeing from her. I think my biggest thing with her is she does kind of seem like someone who, like, she's really good at challenges early on, and she ends up being like a big threat like early on in the game and then gets taken out like in a double or something. I could maybe see that like being the case for her. She's not as well connected as other people, and it's like, you know, if she doesn't win this immunity, we just take her out right then and there. I could definitely see that potentially being the case here when it comes to Sophie. But I hope that's not the case. I do like her energy. I think that, you know, she talks about how in an alliance partner, all she really wants is that they're on the same page about important stuff. And the problem with that is that when you're that loose with your alliance partners, is a lot of the time they will venture off and find other people. So I feel like she has like a pretty basic strategy going in, and I feel like that could definitely become like an issue because she doesn't know what she's fully getting herself into. But again, Jazzie's interview she watched of her could paint a completely different light. So go ahead.
Well, unfortunately, she really did not give me much in that interview either. I think she just gave me positive energy. That was
oh my god! I was about to cut in and say you're basically describing Lauren from Big Brother 27.
Like she, unfortunately,
guys,
literally, I watched the interview and I got basically nothing other than she has a great smile. She's lovely. But
so just like Lauren.
So I guess she's Lauren. Go girl, give us nothing.
Okay, so what I should have done is I should have read and said she's wanted to go on Survivor since she watched Survivor All-Stars when she was 9.
The craziest part about that is that's exactly how Lauren's profile went. She's been a Big Brother fan since she was 8.
Yes,
ironically enough.
That's true. I can't wait till the end of the season when we find out that these two are like best friends from like TikTok or something. And we see Sophie was in like one of Lauren's like TikTok videos that everyone was like hyping up.
Sophie also went to school with Lauren and CJ's daughter.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Shout out to CJ.
Shout out to CJ. We all love.
We do love
that. That is a really cool fun fact. I just got voted out of prime time.
Yes.
We played CJ Perry. Shout out again. Really cool fun fact to learn. I actually didn't hate Lauren on Big Brother, so that was really cool.
Yeah, hopefully she has more of a personality than Lauren, but if not, she could, I think, go pretty early.
Guys, I don't know. I am not going to say the first thought that just came to mind about this guy. I say that now, but I'm probably gonna say it anyway.
I think I know what you're gonna say, and I don't want to be the one to say it.
What do you think I'm gonna say?
What are you gonna say?
I'm just gonna type it in the private chat.
I'm kind of afraid.
That's not enough of Cowboys at Ramb Ranch, Kevin.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were gonna say. Anyways,
no, this guy looks like he's gonna block all of us for no reason at some point.
Anyways, Stephen Ramm, 35 years old from Littleton, Colorado. He's from Denver. He's a rocket scientist. He's optimistic, outgoing, and empathetic. And he wants to be a part of Survivor.
or a part of Survivor.
He wants to. He wants to be a part of Survivor because of Discovery. No, I'm gonna stop that.
I'm really just breaking all of us with all the
You
the
really
shade
are,
at
you
people
really
I've been throwing.
Anyways, yeah, this will be the last cast assessment I ever do. Yeah, so he wants Discovery, an aspiring lunar landowner. He's an explorer at heart, like a deep space mission. Survivor is a journey into the unknown, but instead of highly trained astronauts, there are 18 rascals conspiring to jettison each other out of the airlock from. I don't know what the fuck he's saying.
That's the right number of cowboys at the Ramb Ranch.
To me, that sounds like the adventure of a lifetime and the ultimate test of character. He looks forward to discovering the edges of his comfort zone and blasting right through them. One life experience to prepare him for the game is he's grown up with hearing loss. He was undiagnosed until his early 20s and just assumed everyone heard the same as he did. To compensate, he had to focus extra hard on what people were saying and fill in the blanks with context clues. And in the process, he became a really great listener with communicator, which are key skills for the game of Survivor. Previous player he identifies with the most is Rupert's ability to be unabashedly himself and Tyson's sense of humor. Again, I don't have much to say about that, but I do have something to say about who he wants to play like, and that's Charlie. He hopes to play a similar social game with an under-the-radar strategy that takes him from infinity and beyond. So I guess we got to call him Stephen Lightyear for that. Yeah, so
Steven Universe.
Yes, exactly. But what he values in an alliance partner is an unwavering ability to tolerate his arsenal of bad jokes and remain calm and collected under pressure. So him and Mike would be best friends, I guess. And then why he'd be
or blocked first on Twitter. You never know.
Exactly. Why he'd be the sole survivor is he brings a unique blend of left and right brain skills to the game that will allow him to connect with people and both sides of the brain spectrum while also maintaining a low profile. I'm getting distracted by Mike's terrible jokes, so Jazzie, go ahead.
Okay. Well, he seems really nice, but he seems like a threat due to how smart he comes off. Like watching his interview, he came off like he was very, very brilliant. And like I think people are gonna pick up on that. And also he compared himself to Charlie, which I can see that made me worry about him in the long run because Charlie's game is very, very well regarded by fans.
Yeah.
And people may like, oh, he's playing like Charlie and like associate his game with that. And like it could really be a reason to be targeted, unfortunately. Because we've seen this in Survivor seasons. Oh, this is the new so-and-so. And like usually with girls, unfortunately. But I think that, you know, any time you're very similar to a Survivor player, it's a little scary because like it could be the detriment of your game.
Yeah, I think I can definitely see that as well. I think the problem, what I think his issue is going to be is that he's going to not be able to hide that intelligence. And
yes.
What's going to end up happening is that people are going to be like, this guy would be really fucking good at FTC. We got to get him out sooner rather than later. And I could see him going out fairly early as a result of that. It also doesn't help that he kind of looks like Zach Ortenberger, and we know how far Zach went. So I could definitely, I don't know if the lookalike is going to be a problem for him, but I could definitely see him going early as a result of that. He is on the Hina tribe, which we really haven't talked about all that much, but I don't see him. Aside, I think Matt still probably ends up being the first boot there, but I could also maybe see Steven potentially also being someone who goes early. So I don't see
are Matt and Steven in the same tribe?
Yes.
Yeah, they are.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
I have notes about each tribe and different.
Yeah, we'll talk about that after this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see him going super far. I think he's going to be someone that people see as a threat early on. He did talk about how he's like pretty good at challenges, and that could definitely be the case. But I think there's people who are going to be better at challenges than him. So it's just not looking great for Steven. So I don't know. I don't see him doing the greatest. Again, I could also see like a Drew comparison from 45 where like Jeff falls in love with things he says at tribal councils, and he just constantly like lets him just go off and say like all these like crazy analogies and things like that.
As long as they're not too monotone, I think he will.
I definitely get Drew energy from him when I watched his interview, so that is a very good comparison.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. He reminds me of a bunch of different players, none of which won the game. So therefore, I don't think he's going to do great. So, Mike, what do you think?
I think based on his background here, my concern is that he's going to be too like boring in game body. Just given the whole rocket scientist thing and all that fun stuff, I don't really know his archetype at all. But I'm worried that he'll be like too game body and just out extremely early. He also has the exact same facial shape as Terrence from Foster's Home from Imaginary Friends.
Yeah, he does.
Like his face is just a fully like perfectly sharp, straight up pentagon.
Yeah.
That his face is just that alliance.
Oh, okay.
That guy.
Okay, I was like, wait.
I can't unsee that now.
Yeah, he's gonna someone said they don't like bullies, and this is gonna be Steven.
That's probably why he doesn't like bullies. It looks like Terrence from Foster's Home from Imaginary
And what's gonna
Friends.
happen is like randomly through the season, he's just gonna like shave his head, and it's gonna look like this, and his head's gonna look a lot flatter, and he's gonna get like a red he's gonna have like a red button down, and it's just the transformation's just gonna be more drastic throughout the season. Like he's gonna start off as Steven, and he'll just end the game as Terrence. That's what's gonna happen here.
So by episode 2, he'll make fun of a squarehead for having a ghost from Pac-Man
it'll be like Spencer Bledsoe, who like, what was that one season where like he went from Spencer to like some other guy like halfway through the season or something.
What?
Wasn't there like I thought I heard there was like a season where like halfway through the game he like grows like a beard and he gets like really long hair and he just becomes like a whole different person.
Most guys do that on Survivor.
Oh,
I don't remember that for Spencer.
I don't know. I saw it on Twitter, so I could be wrong.
Else, but...
Are you thinking of Tyson?
No, it was Spencer.
Oh.
Yeah, Spencer never had long hair.
Okay.
No.
So, like, I'm very confused.
Oh, no, I'd have to find the tweet, but once I found it, then you know what I'm talking about. But, anyway, don't know how Steven's going to do. We'll see how it goes, and hope he doesn't end up blocking all of us by the time this is over.
Yeah, he looks like my Airbnb roommate.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the tribes here. So
this is my favorite cast profile so far.
Oh, Steven's?
Oh, I forgot to say Steven was in it to win it, but I don't know if he really is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe on Survivor NASA, but...
Yes, yeah, exactly. No, he'll be on the next season of Stars on Mars. That's what's going to happen. They're going to bring back Stars on Mars just to get Steven on there. For no other purpose. Yeah, exactly. He'll be there with Andy Richter, since Andy Richter's on Dancing with the Stars this season. They'll have both of them on there. But so this is which tribe is it?
Are we assessing that too here?
Yes, we are. We're going to talk about.
I actually have some thoughts.
I mean, if Jazzie has notes, I think we probably should.
I do.
But,
on Dancing with the Stars? Are we going to do the Masked Singer next too?
Oh God! Anyway,
the tribe should be interesting to watch. I think Savannah and Rizo might work together and run the tribe going between Sage and Shannon and Nate and Jawan. Should be interesting to see how it plays out. That's kind of the vibe I got.
Yeah, I can definitely see that too. I do think looking at the Uli tribe, I do think probably the person who goes early, I could see like I could definitely see like Shannon going early. I think she's probably the person who, like, if I had to pick who's going to go the earliest, it's probably her. If not her, probably Jawan. Those are probably the two that stick out to me as like the people who are going to go early. But I do agree. I think Rizo and Savannah probably in lockstep. And then I don't think we should count out Sage either. I could definitely see her. doing pretty well. So, any thoughts on the Uli tribe, Mike? Besides that, they're in it to win it.
I think this tribe is definitely in it to win it. It's definitely one of the tribes on Survivor 49.
Yes.
And no, I do hope this tribe does well.
No.
Like I obviously am supporting Rizo.
Yeah.
I like Savannah a lot too. I don't know if Savannah. I'm not familiar with like faces yet, so
yeah.
Savannah's in here, right? Like
yes,
I'm just trying to make sure.
Yes, we mentioned Savannah.
No, this is definitely the tribe to watch. I think the one I really don't want to see at Tribal Council anytime soon.
Yeah, for sure. I think they probably will be like the tribe to watch out for. All right, let's go to the Hina tribe. I mean, I'll give my thoughts real quick. I think this is the disaster tribe right here.
He's not beating the Terrence face allegations.
I said the same thing. I think they're gonna be they're gonna be one of the weaker tribes as far as physical strength. Mentally, they may have an advantage. Depending on the challenges, they may be in trouble. I think Kristina will be running the tribe.
Oh yeah.
Probably working with Steven and MC.
Yeah, I can see that.
The rest will be picked off one by one.
I didn't know Keanu's on this tribe, but that's interesting to know.
That's why he got evicted tonight. He went to go join Survivor.
Exactly. Yeah. So what they did is they found the solution to what happened on Big Brother 24 with Marvin. Yeah. So what happened was they said, all right, so you can do Survivor as long as you leave Big Brother at Final 5. That's what was going to happen. So that's how.
Yeah. That's how this definitely wasn't filmed last year at all.
No, definitely not the case. Well, it was filmed in May. So no, it was not last year, but,
oh yeah, never mind. You're right. My bad.
How would they know Joe in 48 if it was filmed last year?
Right, back to back, baby.
No, that's not how it works. Anyway, but yeah, so
no, you're right. Good point.
Yeah,
like that's a big factor in why Russell Hantz went far in Heroes versus Villains, is because they literally didn't know who he was.
Yeah, you're not breaking the Mike Hantz allegations right now. Anyway, the Hina tribe
allegations.
I don't know. I don't know. You changed your name to Mike Hantz earlier, so I don't
know. I didn't.
Yes, you did. Yeah. So the Hina tribe. I agree with you. I think Kristina's definitely the person to watch out for on this tribe. I can definitely see her taking control. I think in terms of who goes early, it's Matt or Steven. That's what I think is going to happen. I think one of them goes pretty early on. I can even see Jason going early.
Yeah, those are the three I was like, I think. And Sophie was go girl, give us nothing. Yeah. So like she can go anytime too.
Yeah, I really think MC and Kristina
for the vote. I don't know, you guys.
Let me channel Sophie real quick. I really think that MJ.
You're talking too fast.
I really think that MJ and Kristina, MC and Kristina, are the ones to watch out for. And I really think that they can go far in this game. And I think that we should look out for them. Anyway, let's go back to the actual tribe here. That's my thoughts on the Hina tribe real quick. Definitely the tribe that I have the least amount of confidence in.
Thank you for your insight all the way from the jury house, Lauren. Really appreciate it.
Yes, I can't stand anybody here. I'm just so scared of Rachel and Will, but Kelly's really cool. But I just don't know what else to do.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I wish Vince was here so he could tell me what to do.
I'm right here. What do you want?
Anyway, all right, let's go to the Keel tribe, Kelly tribe, Keely tribe, however the fuck it's pronounced. Yeah, this is the other tribe where like I think they're gonna do fairly well. Jeremiah
Scope.
Yeah, I still think Jeremiah and Nicole are like the ones to watch out for here. I'd give the slight edge to Sophie. I think Sophie's definitely someone that could do really well in this tribe. Jake, like I said, I think the reason why this tribe does well probably is because of Jake. I think he's going to be the most like physically fit person on the cast. I think he's going to do really well in challenges and things like that. But I also think he's going to go like mad early and merge as a result of that.
Yes, I think so too. And the other person who I want to say watch out for is Alex. I think Alex is one to watch. I can see Alex going very far. So for me, Jeremiah, Nicole, and Alex are the ones I think that are going to do really well.
Yeah, I think Annie's the one who goes early here.
I think, if the tribe loses, I think Annie is is the one that's absolutely going to go home.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the feeling I get.
Yeah.
I just found out Jake is Canadian, so unfortunately for personal reasons, I do have to root for him to leave first.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I mean, we don't have to hear about honesty and integrity all season.
I mean, it's fine. He wanted to play like Joe, so like
exactly.
Yeah, but unfortunately, at the cost of that, we're just gonna get a vote off confessional just about how underestimated he thinks he is.
True, that's true. And in round 2 of the game, of course, is when that's going to happen. Yeah. But
yeah, because he's got to get his lower start level the first round, right?
Exactly. Yeah. That's. Yeah. It's you. There's no better time to show your threat level than the first round of the game. That really shows like how strong of a competitor that you can be. That's it. Just one comp. That's all it takes, and then suddenly you're a really big threat. So
one note.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think those are our thoughts on all the tribes. But yeah, overall, I like this cast. I do think I will say this definitely does seem like a cast that has very similar personalities. A lot of them say they're just like really positive people and things like that. And that's a good thing to watch out for. But I'm not seeing a lot of like really cutthroat people on this cast. And so I hope that this is a fun season to watch. 48 was definitely boring. It did get a little bit more exciting towards the end. So I think I'm just a little bit wary coming off of that season that this could be somewhat similar, but I'm hoping that's not the case because I do like what I'm mostly seeing so far. I think I'm just a little bit concerned over the lack of, it seems like, game players on this cast.
I think for the interviews, they're all trying to like more say, oh yeah, I'm a positive, this, that, and the other thing. I think once the game starts being played, we're going to see something completely different that we see in the interviews, because that happens every time, even like with Big Brother, Survivor. I've seen it so many times that like I don't always just say just based off the interview what is what's going to determine if it's going to be a good season or not. I think, okay, thank you.
Did I hear Rob as a podcast? Is that what that was?
Oh, no.
I noticed
actually, yes. Actually, yes. I meant to. I couldn't click you fast enough. Sorry.
I was like, hotel?
I thought that was me. I was like, I want to watch the fucking round table, but I don't think I turned it on yet.
Oh my goodness.
But anyways, go watch Rob as a podcast.
It's pronounced Kella.
Yeah, go watch Rob's podcast. Great.
I was looking for the pronunciation of the Blue Tribe. Apparently, it's Kella, according to Rob.
Okay.
So we were wrong with all of them.
We were wrong with everything.
Yeah, as we typically are. It's Kella. Yes. Thank you for the bell once again. But anyway, yeah. Like I said, I hope this is a fun season. Thank you, Rob Sesternino.
Thank you, Rob Sesternino. We love you.
One of our Survivor 49 tribes. Today we talk about the Kella tribe here.
Okay, yeah, I didn't need the evidence. I did believe you. You didn't need to do that. But anyways,
I know you might get copyright struck for that. I'm so sorry if that happens.
I don't think I'm gonna get copyright struck for someone for another YouTube video.
If I get you sued, I take it back.
Oh, that's great.
Say we did.
Anyways, go watch Rob as a podcast. I'm sure you've never heard of them, but
such a super underground indie podcast.
Indie pop girly.
What I was going to
definitely
say,
not on the Traders 4 at all.
No,
definitely not. No. Very, very unknown. But anyways, before I lost my train of thought, what I was going to say in regards to what you said, Jazzie, is look at like Big Brother 27, for example, where like you can pick at least 3 different people from that cast assessment. I'm looking at like Ava, I'm looking at Lauren, I'm looking at even like a Jimmy. Like there's multiple people who said this is how I'm going to play like going into the season, and they played completely differently than like how we expected. Vince was another one where like I remember he said he was going to like play the game round by round, and he very much did not do that. Yeah. So like I think it really is one of those things where like it's really hard to base off how these people are going to do based off of just these bios, but that's really all we have to go off of. So like it's always fun to watch these back like months after the season's end and be like, oh my god, we were so wrong about these people. All that to say, we probably are wrong about 90% of what we're saying here.
Absolutely.
And I'm very excited to see what were we wrong about, who did we underestimate, in fact, in the Survivor 45 cast assessment I did with someone who will remain unmentioned, I did not really think Dee was going to be like someone that was going to go very far. Remember I said I thought that she was going to go like early merge, and she ended up winning the whole thing.
So you never know.
Very much not gospel. I'm probably wrong.
Right.
And I'm very excited to see how wrong I am.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited to see how it plays out. I just think that, you know, and like, especially when so many of them are comparing themselves to the same person, a lot of times it's like, that's just like whatever the popular player that the buzzword, I guess. So I kind of base it more off of their answers to questions and stuff like that. So I'm hopeful for this season. I think there are a number of really strong people and people who I can see playing really awesome games, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this season plays out, and hopefully it's a good one.
Yeah. All right. I think that's pretty much, Mike, anything you want to say real quick about the cast, and then we'll wrap things up here?
I think that's definitely where my strategy here comes into play. If you say the same thing for everybody, and if that way you're guaranteed that you're right. But if you say everyone's in it to win it, one person's going to win it. Therefore, there is a good chance that I am correct on one of these.
I mean, I made a joke on one of the podcasts saying Gabler was going to win, and then he freaking won.
Yeah, so don't say that. Don't say that.
I mean, too late. I already said that.
Jazzie's going to say it about, let's see. Jazzie's going to say about Matt, and then Matt's going to win. That's what's going to happen. Yeah. All right. Well, Matt's won Survivor 49.
Congratulations, Matt, from the Jazzie curse.
Yeah.
I for reasons I can't get into right now, I think we're good.
All right. Well, I think that is
it's more to do with like Survivor conspiracy theories.
Yes, of course.
We have those. Just like politics, we have conspiracies.
Yes. But our conspiracy theories aren't about
the fish are production drones. They're not real.
Yes.
They're spying on the contestants.
Yes, but our conspiracy theories aren't going to kill you. So you should listen to those conspiracy theories and not the ones that are going to kill you and tell you not to take different stuff. But that's a whole different conversation. Anyway,
Tylenol is not a drug.
Yes, but we're going to go ahead and wrap this up here. So what I do want to say is I know it's been a while since I have done actual videos besides like cast assessments and things like that. I did film a first half of my thoughts on the Big Brother 27 season. It's been quite the season. Definitely excited to talk more about that. I'm planning to do like a 2-part video because I filmed that first half before we knew what happened at the start of Jury, and you can imagine since then my opinions have changed quite drastically. So I'm very excited to give you my thoughts. I'm not excited to talk of what happened, but I'm excited to give you my thoughts on all of that when the season does wrap up. So definitely look forward to that. And if you do like this video, I have a lot of other reality TV based content. I've talked about other Survivor seasons, other Big Brother seasons, as well as a plethora of other movie and TV reviews. So if you mention any of that, definitely consider checking out my channel. Would love to have you be a part of all of that. Other than that, I am going to go around to everybody. If anyone wants to plug anything, say anything before they leave, Jazzie, go ahead.
Hi, everyone. I just, if you want to keep up with me, follow me on Twitter.
Do I have it? I have it. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's it.
B-.
Okay, there we go. Yes. I am currently doing the however many days challenge before the Life of a Showgirl. So if you're a Swiftie, I think you'll like my account. Post a lot about Glee. Been doing a Glee rewrite again. So hopefully that, if you're interested, hit me up, let me know. And
All right. Mike, go ahead. Mr. Soundboard.
I don't know if you guys want to follow my social media. That's kind of
it's definitely this one. This is definitely it, right? That's definitely
my Twitter. That's my Twitter. And also, that's not even how you spell the name of that game.
Oh, is it? I actually
not the misspelling.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's definitely it.
Yeah. My Twitter is out there somewhere. I yap about either Big Brother. I yap about Big Brother. I yap about Dancing with the Stars. I shitpost Kevin.
I don't know what the numbers are, but there you go.
There's no numbers. It's by initials.
Oh, okay. Well,
MV, but close enough.
There
I
you
yap about there it is. I yap about Big Brother. I yap about Dance with the Stars. I shitpost Kevin.
Yeah.
It's
a great time.
And I insert my unwanted opinion on a lot of political controversies and a lot of political opinions. As someone with autism, this administration is targeting us for some reason. They want to eradicate autism, and I'm just here to say Tylenol is not a drug, and it also predates the discovery of autism by several decades.
Yes.
Also, more importantly, protect the dolls. Trans rights are human rights.
Absolutely.
100%.
And all that jazz. And that's jazz. That there really is. That's jazz.
Yes.
No, but in all seriousness, protect the dolls. Trans rights.
Yes.
And if you don't agree with me, fuck off.
You can block us like what he thought that other guy was gonna do.
Yeah, like what the fuck is his name?
I don't remember names.
Yeah, just like how Steven's gonna do. Yeah, just like Steven's gonna block us. You can follow Steven. Yeah, you can follow Steven. Block us. But anyway,
he gets the award for closest last name to our friends.
Yes. Yes, I do want to give a shout out to Jenn Ramb. She was going to join us, but like I said, she's got an infant. She's got things to take care of, so she was unable to do so. But we do love her, and hopefully we'll have her on a future assessment of some kind. We'll see, maybe 007 1 in a Million season 3. That'll be the one. Once I find out what the fuck.
When we recap is. Hotel All Stars.
Yes, that went so well. That's definitely going to happen. But yeah, anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And we will see you guys later. Okay, bye.